What up, stream? Happy Friday. Good to have you guys here. How's it going? Rufus Kit, Shakapang, Woa, Batakid, Luke Tall. How you guys doing? Also, thank you for the sub, Kosher and Doc Divine, before the stream even started. You guys are awesome. What up, Bearded? Oh, I can't read that full name. What up, Mikey? Waffles. Hey, Toilet Toads. What up, Gomez? How you guys doing today? I don't know if you guys know, a new video came out today showing off the new space, fully done, ready to rock. You can see that on my YouTube channel. If you're feeling good, that's great. What up, Jay Watterson? Slow day? You know, slow days are good. I wish I had more slow days. New space hype. New space is sexy. Thank you, dude. Saw this video, looks sick. Thank you. Painting Nurgles with a fellow engineer. Awesome. What up, Tabletop Apprentice? I believe is the full name. Mega Moist. Hey, Legolas. Do you still have all your blood? Yes, I do. Should I not?
I'm here to take your blood, Scott.
Yeah, what the heck? We added a slightly new feature to the live stream. If you buy merch off of my Shopify store, which is Miniac.co, you'll get a notification on the stream. So if you're feeling like donating money, and you'd rather get something for your money and also get a notification on the stream, check out the Miniac.co web store. Yeah, and I think you can actually type in a little message when you buy it, and it'll show up. Divine Apocalypse, thanks for the Prime sub. I have a huge question. Can the Song of Ice and Fire matches be watched somewhere else, VOD or something? Yes, and that is a new feature as well. There is a VOD channel called Miniac's Backlog. It just went live today. You can find a link to it actually in my newest video that went out today, or you might be able just to search for it on YouTube.
I'll put a link in the chat in a second here too.
Okay, yeah, Evan's gonna help us out with a link to that YouTube channel. Love you, man, but please set up some commands to link all your cool stuff. Yeah, you are probably right. I should do that. Why can't patrons be ad free on Twitch? If that was a feature, I would definitely enable it. Because I'm not like making a ton of money off of running ads on patrons, you know? Hell yeah, I need all the Miniac merch. Thanks, guys. Yeah, we got a lot of cool things. Cutting mats, t-shirts, a lot of cool stuff. Param Underhill, thanks to the Prime Gaming sub. You know you inspired a 10-men Song of Ice and Fire group to form and play regularly in Hungary? Heck yeah. Love to hear that. I'm glad you got 10 people playing. That's a lot. All right. Let's pop into the painting zone. I'll take my glasses off here. Painting blade. I think we're gonna finish him today. A lot of little bits and bobs left that aren't super important. I mean, there's like quite a bit of a base left here, but maybe I'll do that with contrast paint, just kind of make life simple.
That'd be cheating.
Yeah, no
Contrast
kidding.
paint is cheating. Everyone knows that.
Isn't that how you paint primarily?
What did you just say?
The ultimate insult. No, I hate it the most when people are like, "Is this done?" And it's just like, kill me, bro. XD. I'm gonna keep my glasses on, maybe. See if we can get away with that. I can't really see. Chat. You got the pullover? It's pretty good. Just too warm to wear right now? Heck yeah. Glad to hear.
Yeah, I can't promise that the stream alerts are working, but it is set up. It should work based off of their instructions.
Yeah, if it doesn't work, let us know. We just set it up for the first time and we're running tests of it, and those worked. We're not sure fully.
Yeah, so the best way to test it is to go on the shop and buy a bunch of stuff.
Yes, help us test it.
Yeah, exactly.
I would like to get you and John to judge a competition in December at a con. How much? Haha. It kind of depends, where it is and the time commitment and stuff like that. No guarantees. Pixel Panos, thanks for Arpanos, thanks for the sub. G Finnegan, so how about them Hakazlam? I didn't actually look at the new models yet. Are there new models, or is it just a new box? I'm assuming they're new minis.
It's one of those the combat boxes with like the operation with the two sides.
Yeah, there was Aleph and Hakazlam, right?
Yeah. And looks fine. He's shaking his moneymaker right now.
Yes. Lieutenant Norris, thanks for the sub. Mike Genie, thanks for the sub. 20 months, where them short shorts at? I'm gonna make some just for you, Mike Genie. You deserve it. Skaver gifted us up. Thanks, Skaver. All right. Scott, should be working right now? Okay. My editor is in chat right now, slacking.
literally sitting in the other room. He's like, I'm gonna close the door so that I don't disturb you guys. And then he's like, I'm just gonna watch the stream and not work.
All right, let's continue on these kind of doing this like camo pant thing.
It works.
Hey! Oh wait, it's over the chat though.
Oh, it shouldn't be.
On my screen it is, but
I fixed it.
okay, excellent. SRQ Mini Painter, thank you for thanks for the sub. Also, I can't read who purchased the stickers because that chat window is blocking it, but could you thank them, Evan?
Yeah, I will if I can read it. It's so tiny.
Are there multiple things being purchased right now?
Yeah, I'm gonna live adjust this. I think they bought stickers and a pin.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Thank you for the purchase. Zith900, thanks for the sub. Prime sub. If you guys have Amazon Prime, you can attach your Twitch to it and give 1 free sub to a channel a month. And by a channel, I mean mine and mine only. Don't you dare give it to anyone else.
Okay, now it should be more plainly visible.
Excellent. Did it say who bought that stuff or no?
It did, but it was too difficult for me to read. Because remember, as I pointed out yesterday, I actually can't read.
Right, yeah. That's one of Evan's drawbacks as an employee. He's illiterate. The Frisky Noodle, what a fucking name. Thanks for the sub. I'd never give it to anyone else. Thank you. Yeah, okay, we gotta make that chat bigger so I can actually read people's full names. Terasa. I didn't think about that.
I mean, I can put the chat window back on the screen if you want, like we were doing before.
I guess you could just cover up the
That's
chat.
exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah. I mean, if you can do, you're gonna do it blind. You flying blind right now?
Yeah.
He's doing the chat.
I assume it's on that screen now.
It is, yeah. Hey, someone bought a poster. Thank you. Okay, honestly, that limited edition screen printed poster, I love that poster. But it was the least popular of the 3 that I made. But happy to see someone else getting it.
Is the chat on the left or the right side?
Chat's on the right at the moment. Gonna hang that bad boy in the new studio. Heck yeah, it.
So it's basically where you want it?
It is covering up the other thing we already added.
Oh, so it's on the left.
What did I say?
You said it's on.
Yeah, it's on the left.
How about now?
It did not move.
Sweet. Windows is a high quality program.
My dog Gimli's on my lap now watching. Awesome. Ready for the weekend? Gonna get some glitzies with the boys. What the heck is a glitzy, dude? Whoa, Zapha Beeble Rocks just gifted 5 subs. Thank you for the gifted subs. Amazing. Can you make it a little bit bigger?
Bigger?
Or actually, I think it's partially off my monitor at the moment.
Okay, point the monitor at me.
Okay.
I can't do it blind. I tried.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll come over and point it back at you.
He tried. Oh no, I got it. Don't. You can use it right there. It was easy enough to point over there.
Bro. All right.
Good?
I think so.
All right.
Tell me if you're happy with that.
Chat, you're coming back to me now. That's beautiful. Thank you, sir.
You have managed to like block half of your camera
Sorry.
shot with the monitor there.
Okay, I'll fix that. We're professional. A glitzy is a hot dog and a blizzard mixed together. Jesus, that sounds...
Heart attack in one bite.
Yeah, that sounds intense. What up, Conradson?
What does it have to do with camping?
What camping?
Yeah, you said it's intense.
Okay, Jesus Christ. I hate it. Ever heard of a glitzy goblin? No, but that sounds sexual. No further questions. Evan, you have to protect me from chat.
I mean, I'm just getting them to be mad at me with my bad dad jokes. So.
Okay, good. Diversion.
Pretty much pocket stamp. Yeah, they don't know. I'm not a dad, but I've got a dad mustache.
He has very, very strong dad energy.
It's mustache summer. That's what me and Paul decided. I don't know if Paul's sticking with it, but yeah.
Paul, the guy who plays the song Vice and Fireball?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, you were both rocking polos and mustaches that one day.
Yeah, and dad hats, the whole thing. And
yeah, that was rough.
I was talking to you like I was like this, Scott.
God.
How are you doing there, kiddo? Oh, you're gonna play some song today? That's cool. That Blade character, he's really something, huh?
I hate everything about what's happening right now.
Immediate regret. 8-bit sweater, you get the idea there.
Good job, champ. If you're not a dad, it's technically a creeper stash if you want to get clinical. We're gonna go up for the north, up north for the weekend there, bud. I hate it. I'm gonna go to Hodag country, ride some side-by-sides. I feel like the green of these pants is too green for what I was going for. And so before stream, I grabbed some paint to help remedy this. I grabbed kind of like a maroon, a desaturated red color. I guess, what does it have a name actually? Oh, alizarin crimson. Okay, if you're familiar with artist grade pigments. I'm hopefully gonna try to water this down a lot and glaze it over the green to just kind of neutralize it a bit, make it less green. I think the highlights and shadows are gonna end up where I want them, but just not the hue. And so I'm gonna adjust the hue without affecting the overall contrast. That's my plan for these pants. Dang, dude. Holy crap, it's weird seeing him move the highlight around like that. Yeah, you got some working time. The where your brush ends is where the majority of your paint deposits. And so while it's still wet, you can kind of lift it up and move it around a little bit, but you got to kind of be really careful, because if it starts to partially dry, then you're in for a world of hurt. Because you're gonna lift like the middle of the puddle, but leave a ring where it used to be behind, and that just is gonna look like trash. Dang, we started out real strong with the subs. It's amazing.
The main streams are always good that way, it seems like.
Yeah.
People get real excited.
Can't find the backlog channel. It's just linked in the most recent YouTube video, but we'll probably make a command for it just to make it easier.
I'll work on that right now. Does it you can't get a custom URL right away, correct?
I can't until I get a certain amount of subs. I think I need 1,000.
Sounds like you guys need to subscribe to that channel. I'm gonna put together a command in just a second here. I'll let you know what that is.
Excellent. I think on future Marvel Crisis Protocol minis, I'm going to relax a little bit more on the paint scheme. This is a bit too much of an investment right now in times for a single model. How big is a typical squad or force in MCP, Evan? Do you know, or does anyone in chat know? Perhaps. Kills Crew, thanks for the Prime sub.
It depends because of the scenarios, but you're supposed to bring like 7 models, and then depending on what the scenario is, you actually field like 5 of them.
Oh, I love games that do that, like list building in the game.
Yeah. So
okay.
So the threat level of the game mode that you're playing, and I think you roll for it or something.
Oh,
I've looked at this a little bit, and then it's like that determines basically, in song terms or whatever, it's like how many points you have, but it's like how much threat you have.
Okay.
So you bring a roster that's bigger than what you field, and I think that's like you bring a roster of like 8 to 10 max, and then you end up fielding like 4 to 6 dudes depending on your lineup.
Okay. That Guild Ball did that too at a drafting phase. It reminds me so much of MOBAs. I love it so much. XY, XL, What is it? X Die XL? XL Die LX. Happy Friday, bro. How's the quality for the cast of the Crisis minis? It's amazing. Gift Shop of Doom. Thanks for the Prime sub. But yeah, the totally on par. Speaking of cast quality, have you guys taken a look at the cast quality for the newest Descent game, which is not that new, but I know there's a couple versions of it. But the newest version, I forget what it's called, something about the dark, maybe like Journey into the Dark. Those models are insane. They're insane. Like Fantasy Flight, I'm saying it now, has cracked the code on how to make amazing board game models, provided that like whatever they're doing isn't like incredibly expensive and still sustainable. But like they are showing CMON how it is done. Those models are beautiful.
All right, I got a question for you, a live on the stream question for you. For the backlog channel, is it just gonna be the gaming streams or gaming and painting?
Gaming and painting, for now at least. Until the gaming thing becomes massive and huge and deserves its own channel, then we'll maybe do that. But yeah, for now it's both.
Cool. All right, so the command is !VODs.
Perfect.
And we'll give you the link.
Thank you.
I already did it in chat once, so people can see that, it works.
Yeah, and there are 2 VODs up there now. The last painting stream and the last gaming stream. And the gaming video is edited, so it's kind of an abridged version.
It's tight.
It's tight. Yeah, there's not a lot of dead space in it. So if you wanted to save some time, you can watch that instead of catching the live stream where me and Curtis spend 10 minutes.
I'm going to jump in and answer that question because Scott has only his MCP collection. You're looking at it right now. Guy told me, "Hey, buy the game and we'll play it." And then
I'm never going to hear the end of this, dude.
You're dang right. Do they straddle that line? They straddle that line across the whole product range, but there are quite a few models that are, I think you'd be insane to play with them and not expect them to break, where they're like flying on like little wisps of energy and stuff. They do have some amazing display poses on some of them, but oh man, I assembled all of my League of Evil Mutants this week and sent Scott a bunch of taunting pictures of them. And Scarlet Witch in particular is like, I know that the first time I pull it out, it's gonna break horribly. But a lot of the core set things are, just guys standing on bases and seem pretty robust design-wise.
You want to get Rivenstone when that comes out? Those are gonna be CO cast, so they're not even doing the same thing as the other guys. But those will also be incredible quality. And also that game is legit. Not just saying that because I'm like good friends with Chris and that company. We played it on stream, like a full version of it, and it was fun. It was really fun. I don't like mesh super well with any of the aesthetics of the current factions, but like it's almost good enough to the point where I don't even care about that. I would just buy anything and play it.
You're out of frame.
Thank you.
Yep.
What brushes using today? Tetosaurus Rex. We are using DaVinci Maestro Series 11. And not too much time out of you. What I left in the model, the pants, and then a bunch of small things. The boots, these stakes along his belt. I think I need to finish like the pommel, the handle, and the guard of the sword. And then like some belt strap things. And then like the whole base. Kind of a lot. Did you see the recent announcements from the Army Painter? If the video that looked like your and John's TV show idea, I think they call it Iron Painter. Oh, no, I didn't, but that is something interesting. I'm curious what they have going on. What up, Eon's Bottle? Can't see the Star Show. Whereas John, you spelled his name wrong, so John with an H doesn't exist. But John with no H is not here this week. We record the podcast every other Friday. Oh, and that's actually worth mentioning right now. This is the last Friday painting stream we're gonna move painting streams to Tuesday, same time, 1 to 4, just so that we have more of a consistent schedule. I feel like whenever my wife wants to go on vacation, the first day to get axed is Friday. We like take an extra day to travel and stuff like that, and that means the stream isn't gonna happen.
And I totally should have put final paint stream in the
Yeah,
final Friday paint stream.
There you go. So yeah, the sad part is that because it's on Friday, we're not going to see John probably anymore because he was only here because he was here for the podcast as well. But the positive spin is that now they're going to be more consistent because Tuesday is like a day that never gets lost to like vacations and stuff like that. What do I think of the D&D movie trailer? People here in the office were talking about it yesterday, but I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't watched it yet either.
Thanks, Krish. Good to see you, sir.
I will also point out the Tuesday and Thursday streams are like locked in. We're going to be doing that all the time. That doesn't preclude streams on other days in the future as well.
Yes. So I've invited Curtis to like find his own producer, which obviously could be Evan, an own guest, and he can use this space to like host games whenever he wants, whenever he has time to do so. So yeah, might see some extra ones. We'll miss John. Yeah, John with an H. But John can still call in. Yeah, honestly, he could if he had a camera. He totally could. Which that's a great point, and I'm gonna bring that up to him because honestly, I'm kind of scared to tell him. He still doesn't know. Krish, the stream is just moving to Tuesday, same time, same place, just moving to a different day. And also, the streams, the VODs, are up on a YouTube channel called Miniac's Backlog, which you can find by typing in !VODs. VODs. Yeah, absolutely, Mike. Full chef's kitchen. Okay. I don't know. I feel like I'm really trying to fight against this green color right now, but I have to remind myself that I'm going to tone it down, the hue, with some magenta. So I probably should add some more highlight up here in the crotchal region. Not getting any glasses in the frame, am I, Evan?
Nope.
Excellent. Are you gonna do gaming streams on Fridays? No, gaming streams on Thursdays, painting streams on Tuesdays. That is the new schedule. Gaming streams from 7 to 10. CST on Thursdays, painting streams from 1 to 4 on Tuesdays. And I'm gonna set up an actual schedule on Twitch and like, be a real streamer boy for once in my life. I'm a real boy. Just watched the workspace tour vid. Super happy for you. Looks like all the hard work paid off. Thank you, Y Bagels. Yeah, I feel like it really did. I had like a moment of bliss while walking my dogs this morning with my wife, and I was just like, the next video I work on.
What was that?
I hit the camera with my shoulder. The next video I work on, I don't have to like rush through it to then try to make time to do office stuff. It's done. I can just make the fucking video. So I'm super looking forward to that. The crotchal region is the best word for what you're trying to explain. Thank you. Feels very weird to join this stream during the day time and not staying up since I now moved to New Jersey. Welcome to America, Krish. Nice quality. Are you getting into Middle Earth? I mean, I haven't yet, but I do have models, and I wouldn't mind playing it again. My plans for painting the base, probably some airbrush work, some contrast work. Just north of Taintler Valley. I'm so sorry I forever moved to New Jersey. Come on now, New Jersey isn't that bad.
Well,
it is. I've never been, honestly. I've been to New York City a lot, but have not made the trip over to New Jersey. Think about doing Moria? Heck yeah, America! As a Pennsylvanian, F New Jersey. Tetosaurus Rex is still going on. Looking to move to Chicago? As a Midwesterner, fuck Illinois. Illinois is just lame because of all the taxes and the tolls. It just seems like the state government there is. They had like an issue with corruption that kind of went like quite public.
over and over.
Oh yeah, like constantly. So it just kind of seems like no matter what they do, they're just dealing with that kind of bullshit. And also like the state taxes are insane.
Hey, we have the highest state income tax here in Minnesota. Did you know that? Just our direct income tax. I mean.
Like compared to other states or like other counties in Minnesota? What do you say?
I mean, compared to other states, Minnesota's the highest.
In America?
Yeah, it's like we keep competing for that top spot.
That's depressing.
Yeah, well, you know.
Well.
Let's not get dragged into a tax debate on a painting stream.
We don't get charged tax on clothes and food?
This is true.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have like less sales taxes, but we have more income taxes. As far as actual taxation rate, that's a different conversation. But like our income taxes are pretty high here.
Yeah. I don't want to discourage you from moving to Chicago. It's like the coolest city in the Midwest, like easily. So you should absolutely try it out. Okay, that's enough futzing with the green pants. The green pants aren't really important because the viewing angle of this model is like kind of like right here, and you can't really see much of the green pants. What you're really gonna see are these knee pads, so I kind of need to figure out what the heck I'm gonna do with those. And they seem like they could be metal, but I really don't want to do more NMM because these are kind of like this weird, like, I don't know, 3D octagon shape, and I don't really want to think about what that would look like. Yeah. Oh, he's got a belt buckle? Ugh. Okay, let's grab some of this maroon color, give it a shot. Hello from Wisconsin. What up? Laughs in Danish, 40% income tax. Ooh. That's fucking brutal. Yeah, maybe a black with some gray highlighting. That'd be a lot easier for me to pull off. I'm not really feeling doing more of that stuff. You get murdered at least 4 times a day. All right, I'm gonna get some water here on this paper towel, so I can wick off my glaze. All right, let's see. This is gonna be kind of a slow process, which is like obviously par for the course when it comes to how I paint, obviously. It's also adding this maroon color is going to darken it down as well. So maybe what we'll do actually, let's use an ink instead of an acrylic paint. I have like a nice little, I'll just use red. We'll just use red. What do we got here for $1 in Rowney ink? The color is crimson. So not alizarin crimson, but just crimson.
The other day I got out my white ink and it has fully goopified.
Oh no.
Gothic Steel.
Thanks for the sub, Gothic Steel. What does it smell like when John farts during tup? You know, luckily for me, he's not too smelly of a tutor. So I get away with murder a bit. Hello from Australia, Ma looks sick. Thank you very much. All right, let's try some ink. Oh, the LVO class Tetosaurus? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how many seats we have left. It's kind of hard to tell. The website is pretty terrible. Triops Grath, thanks for the 14 months of sub. I just saw the video. Office Space looks excellent. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm really happy with it. Happy there's nothing on the ground anymore. It was such a clusterfuck for so long. No, it's not. I'm just going full unthinned ink now.
Going hard on the ink.
Probably a bit too much because it's kind of pooling in the recesses, which I don't want.
Well, so it's just a red wash.
Yeah. Red wash on green pants.
Christmas.
Christmas Blade. It's like Elvis. Blade sold out. Is now doing Christmas specials. All right, let me dry this a little bit. I'm gonna turn on the hair dryer, Evan.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Pro producer moves. Saves you from the horrible hair dryer noise.
The reason for the red is the opposite, actually. I am trying to desaturate the green because it's just a little bit too... The pants turned out more green than I wanted to. Like the shirt is very mildly green, and I kind of wanted the same thing for the pants, but like the black version of that. So like a very slightly green black pant, and I just used a color that was a little bit too green.
Problems just donated $16.66.
Hey! Thanks for the donation, Problem. Super Jazz watching the Miniac community/channel grow and can't wait to see what comes of the new studio. Hashtag moist mouth noises. Thank you for the donation. I really appreciate that. No one's forcing you to take tolls. That is true. I just feel like tolls are just like incredibly un-American. I'd be able to go wherever I want, whenever I want, not have to pay.
Shouldn't have to pay anybody for anything.
Anything. I don't know. It just seems like a lame thing, you know? There are things in the world that just seem lame. That's one of them.
I think what it is, as a fellow person that hates toll roads, I think it's because we grew up in a state that doesn't have them. Because Minnesota and Wisconsin both don't have them. And so it seems really weird when you drive through a state that does have them.
Yeah.
But if you grow up in Illinois or Florida or any place that does have toll roads, it's just what you expect.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't seem quite as like, really? You're charging me $1 to drive down the road?
I will say the roads in Illinois are very nice. We thirst for moist mouth noises. Okay, Evan.
I got that close, Mike. I can do it.
He can. Untuned Craft, thanks for the $3. Just so you guys know, you can also buy merch from Miniac.co and also do a notification on the stream. So if you want to have your money go toward an actual thing and get a notification on stream, you can do that.
Yeah. donations are nice, but you could also get stuff, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Aparuza, I thought I already explained, but I can explain again. The green is desaturating. Sorry, the red is desaturating the green, which I felt was a little bit too green.
Link to the store is in the chat. !goodies is the command to bring up the link to the store. I also put together one for gear because we get gear questions a lot. If you want to know the brushes that Scott prefers or any of the other basic gear questions, you do !gear. You'll get a link to the Miniac gear page.
Heck yeah. All right. We've done some glazing. Despite using the ink, it's still kind of dulled it a bit. So I'm going to mix some of that red paint with that red green we used originally and just kind of increase the contrast just a smidge. Just a smidge, bud. Probably also add some white in here. Oh, is my white fully dried out? Yes, it is. If you wanted to resaturate the green, would you glaze some yellow? Unfortunately, well, possibly, but unfortunately, because painting is a subtractive medium, because I've now desaturated the green, I cannot get it back. I can't remove the red or add something that's going to, totally nullify it, then bringing back the green. If this was light, then we'd be talking a different story. And I actually have a fantastic little physical resource to demonstrate this. This is actually a very confusing concept that I took a long time to understand. I feel like additive and subtractive colors, you can kind of like understand it vaguely, but like to really understand it, took me a while. 1 second, I'm gonna grab it. It's a really cool little cube. Get back to work.
I'm gonna just switch to the scene of the empty
Oh, I can bring it back.
room.
Are you using it actually? Okay.
Ah, the prism.
The prism. So,
Already there.
This is going to represent a CMYK cube. So each face of this cube has a color and it's transparent. Obviously you can see me through it. This is the yellow face. This is the blue face. There's the magenta face. But when you start to turn, we start to see what colors appear when light rays are shooting through two sides of the cube. I can now all of a sudden see yellow and magenta like we could before, but I can also see red. Interesting. And if we go even crazier, and I show you, oh, come on, glare. I show you like the corner, I can now see blue, magenta, yellow, green, purple, all these colors that are adding together because they're traveling through multiple faces. So this is additive color. I'm adding two wavelengths together to get a third new one. Whereas paint works a little bit different. It's a really interesting discussion. I still don't fully know the greatest way to describe this, so I'm sorry if that sounds a little bit rusty or a little bit confusing. I do want to make a color theory video at some point, but as someone who is not classically trained in art, I kind of have to figure it out for myself. And I'm also the kind of person that if I don't understand literally everything about any topic, I just am totally confused. So I'm still working on it. But yeah, it's a very interesting conversation. Teach me your dark printer ways. Thanks, Major Ursa. Oh, thanks for the kind words, Salty Miniatures. Rufus Kit, yeah, I'm thinking like blues and greens that are kind of like ethereal. You're totally right. What up, Adam Stevens? You're welcome, Aparuza. Always appreciate those kinds of questions. I love to talk about like why I'm, making certain color choices and things like that. All right, we mix some white into this red and green combo.
Here's the thing that blows my mind.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as brown light. Brown isn't a real color.
Brown light.
Because brown, as we perceive it, it's just dark orange. desaturated orange wavelengths, or things that add together to equate to orange in your eyes.
I kick ass for the Lord.
I've heard something similar about the color magenta just not existing, period.
Well, magenta is a different thing because that's as our eyes, we've got a limited visible spectrum. And right on the edge of it, our eyes just kind of go, yeah, sure, everything that's kind of up there, we'll just call that magenta. It's leaving the visible spectrum. It's weird. Yeah, those purple shades, those weird magenta purple shades, that is just straight up. I don't know what that is. Okay.
Yeah, but it's still a color that I see, you know?
Well, that's
so how is it not real?
Color is just perception, right?
Yeah, so it's like, why is it any different than anything else? Can you put the painting camera back on?
No.
No.
This is not a painting stream. This is a Scott stream.
The Echo is making that voice sound like a god. What the heck? Echo, our forever enemy. Evan's most hated word.
Alex is frantically pointing at me. I don't know what that means, Alex.
Oh, is it because of the Echo? Is that why? I don't know.
Huh.
What?
Don't worry about it.
Okay. So an alternative to obviously glazing on the red ink would be just to paint it this way in the first place. Which is why I kind of always struggle with questions where it's like, how did you paint that? And it's like, well, I can tell you how I painted it, but it was inefficient because I was like discovering things along the way. Obviously, you would skip the magenta, or sorry, the red ink step, and you would just start here with this mixture of paints. You dig? How's the Kickstarter stuff going? Can't wait to receive my Ranger. We got the final quantities sent all over to the manufacturers, so that process is already started. Alex, I think as we speak right now, is editing Ben's class. The plan is to edit one a month, so July, August, September, which leaves November for a little bit of leeway room. And I'm currently working on fulfillment, trying to make sure that things arrive to you not damaged at all. That's my job. Knox Geek, thanks for the 14 months and subbing. Hey, Miniac, just got back from a 2-week trip for work. I'm happy to be back home and ready to hobby. That's awesome, dude. Also, Liquid Nebula, thank you for the raid. I missed that. I apologize. Hope you had a good stream. Did the ceiling lights come with the way to connect them to Alexa? No, they didn't. So I plug all the lights into a power strip. And the power strip plugs into a smart outlet, and then Alexa controls the smart outlet. I didn't really explain that fully, but yeah, that's how that whole system shakes out. A lot of prosumer camera equipment, both lights and cameras, has an option for studio mode, which is basically just, I want you to be on whenever power is supplied to you. Because it can sound a little weird to like turn things off from their power source, but it is okay, I promise.
All right, that should make that a little tighter.
Boy.
Tell me how I sound, Alex. Is that better? Do you like that? He's probably not paying attention anymore.
bought. Yeah, I was kind of considering getting a curio cabinet from like Craigslist or something like that, and like repainting it black and stuff like that to kind of make it more my style. That is definitely an option. All right. Let's get some of this phthalo green on the palette. We have a belt buckle that I missed here. Paint that NMM. Maybe I'll just paint the knee pads NMM as well. I think that's gonna look best. I don't want to do it, but like I think that is the way. This is the way. Shout out to that meme.
Testing.
IKEA Dead Off Gang. What you think about swirly smokies? I think the swirly smokies are going to be a bit of I think we're going to do some airbrush work for that. I'm not going to lie. Just kind of smack it with some teals, some electric greens. If I get some overspray, it's like not a huge deal because it's just kind of like maybe a very mild OSL effect going on, you know? Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking at the moment.
Yeah.
Didn't put in their name, but someone just purchased the PDF of how to paint the Duchess.
Oh, thank you. And a sticker pack. Really appreciate that. Yeah, that PDF is pretty cool. It's the one you get when you sign up for the class as well. You get a physical version. Too much of this phthalo green. What's the details on the class? I believe you can see all the details on LVO's site. Well, not the site where you pay for it, but LVO, like the actual website for LVO. I think you actually buy the class on Frontline Gaming, which is fucking confusing. But we're gonna paint the Duchess on my vampire model over the course of 2 days, and basically me and John kind of like switch off on each section of the Duchess. So one of us is always walking around and answering questions, and then the other one is then demoing and painting something. And yeah, you get the digital course as part of the class fee. So like that's some insurance for if we don't like finish a certain part of the model. You can then just reference it in the digital course. But of course, you can also just reference any of that information in the digital course if you need to like brush up on anything we talked about. And then you get that laminated PDF as part of the course, and also obviously the model. I think it's pretty good value. I don't think any other mini painting class is going to give you a digital course like the one that I made for the Duchess. Not to stroke my own ego a ton, but I'm really proud of that, and also really proud of all of the courses that are coming out. Ben's class is amazingly written. John's class is just done being written, and I'm reviewing it now. In my class, I had a really good idea, I believe, for like the main idea of the class. How are things looking for shipping out the chaos items? I mean, everything's still going to plan. So still good, but like, you know, the boxes are coming from China, so like maybe something happens where it gets stuck on a boat in a harbor for like, I don't know, 2 months, and then I'm just like shit out of luck. So I can't read the future, but like I've heard horror stories about that happening to people. And if that happens, then I can't do anything about it. But everything was still going to schedule so far. Fingers crossed. Yes, Panda with Guns. Everything that was on the Kickstarter will be available on my web store, other than the plinths. The plinths from Crazy Venky were just for the Kickstarter.
You got my order for $1.2 million worth of plinths, right?
You know, I missed that one. But I will make that happen. I will move mountains to take that money from you.
That's right. I get paid for these streams and just plinths. Good job today. Here's 2 more plinths.
There's 2 more.
Any plinth giveaways today? No, but we are doing a giveaway today.
Yeah.
Maybe even 2 if we feel like it.
Yeah, we have a lot of stuff to give away.
Yeah, where did you set that pallet? I'll set that up right now. Do you take it away from me?
I did. It's right next to me. I'll just show the chat briefly what we're doing.
One of those red grass games things.
It's a red grass game glass palette for oil paints and for people who don't know how to use acrylic paints. Sorry. But yeah, we're giving this away today. I'd love to see you and John produce a miniature made for learning how to paint. Out of curiosity, what do you think it would look like? Okay, here's something you gotta know about me. I'm a control freak. I could not make a model with anybody else. I have to be the one in full creative control. I wouldn't want to give up any of my artistic vision for someone else's preference. Maybe that makes me an asshole, but that's just how I want it to be. For models, at least. I don't want to put my name on something that I don't fully believe in.
It's good that you put that caveat on for models with me sitting right here.
Why?
I want to have full creative control. My producer doesn't do anything.
No, for models. Yeah.
I know, yeah, exactly. That caveat makes that work.
Really for products in general. Obviously I will take feedback from anyone ever. And oftentimes that feedback will be good. But if I'm gonna enter into a partnership where I have to concede stuff to that person, that's when it gets a little weird.
Makes sense.
But to your question though, Chris, what would a model look like that's designed for learning? I think it might look something have you ever seen an academic bust? I think something about a model for learning is that it can't be overly detailed. It needs to be simple, because ideally every part of the model is a demonstration for some kind of educational purpose. There shouldn't be anything superfluous on it, unnecessary, because that's just a waste of time. So yeah, maybe not a bust, but a miniature version of an academic bust, if that makes sense.
I like that they have to put glass on the front of this thing with a big underline. Please, it is not the wet palette. Do not get confused.
It's confusing because their brand has the word grass in it. So it's like a red grass glass palette. A model aimed purely at exploring OSL. Well, a model like that would be let's say a wizard in robes holding an orb. You got a bunch of really interesting volumes and all those folds, simple orb, maybe a bald head, nice spherical volume, beard, dealing with texture. Maybe he's got metal van braces on, so you're dealing with maybe NMM right next to that OSL. Stuff like that. But nothing beside that. No utility belt with knives and potions, no tome, no familiar hanging off his shoulder. Just keep it simple. Hey, salad. Probably not too small / cluttered, but you'd want to the variety of details to teach different techniques, some smoother stuff for blends. Yeah, absolutely. I thought you nailed it. What's the purpose of a glass palette? I would say it's for oil paints.
And feeling fancy.
Yeah. If I can be totally honest with you guys, I have no need for that thing. That's why I'm giving it away. Because I would recommend you not use it for acrylic paint unless you just are a die-hard dry palette fan. For whatever reason, that's fine. You're wrong, but that's fine. But yeah, I would use it for oil paints. Or like maybe like if you need to use a ton of acrylic paint, maybe that makes sense too.
Am I wrong in thinking that you're pretty oil averse? You're very acrylic oriented, I feel like.
Yeah. I have no reason to dislike oil paints. I just, it's kind of like why I don't play Stark a whole lot or why I don't get into FDM 3D printing. I'm so invested in what I'm doing. And like I said earlier, it takes me so long to learn something, like to the point where I feel comfortable with it. I just don't like, it's such an investment to take on a whole new medium of paint. I'm very bad at like dipping my toes into something.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Marco Frassoni's videos, and he uses oil paints a lot. And boy, trying to follow along with that as a very, very amateur oil painter, it's like, how do you do this? Because it is so different than working with acrylics.
Yeah. I've definitely dabbled in like the oil wash world.
I do that all the time.
But even that,
dope.
even that's like, that has so many different variables that you can mess with. And so I'm just kind of like, that kind of alone has made me kind of lose my mind.
I mean, I agree, but if I'm going to ruin my Mini with a wash, I might as well do it with something that's more reversible, which oil washes tend to be.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. The amount of times that I have absolutely like felt real bad about how an acrylic wash comes out and it just results in I'm repainting this whole section.
Yeah.
Versus oil wash, it didn't look right. Cool, just blast it off and try again.
Yeah. Someone, Vithio made a great point. That glass palette is great for dry brushing.
Ooh, yeah.
That is actually an incredibly good use for acrylic paint because the glass is not absorbent, and so it's not going to absorb the moisture, the medium out of your brush. It's just gonna get rid of both the pigment and the medium at the same time, leaving you with just less of that in your dry brush, which means you're not gonna get a dusty effect. Fantastic point, Vithio.
I think we'll start that giveaway in about a minute here. It's gonna be a 15-minute giveaway, a little longer than we normally do.
Okay. Make sure to bring it up then a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
People who show up. Oil washes, paints can be fun because varying the dilution also impacts how the paint pays. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. You can do a thicker one. Okay, so we're starting the raffle. Type exclamation mark moist in the chat to enter the raffle for the red glass hard palette.
Really is a mouthful, isn't it?
It kind of is.
Only restriction on this is you do have to be a channel follower. I don't think that's a hard thing to do. Click that follow button if you haven't already. That we do that because it makes it easier to exchange messages to get your info. You don't have to be a subscriber or anything, but obviously we appreciate it. But yeah, exclamation mark moist in the chat, and we're seeing a lot of that in order to enter to win the Red Grass Games glass palette.
Alex is out of his cage. Ah!
I like that Alex looked at you in shock, even though there's a lot of sound deadening material between the two of you. I see. There's that nice little teeny gap where you can see that you have been spotted. Did he leave that gap just so you can make sure that you're working?
Yeah. You can hear that like Metal Gear Solid sound. Like, ring! Oh God! I've been had.
That's definitely one of those gifs you can hear anytime you see that shock exclamation point for Metal Gear Solid.
Yes. Thank you, Lich Paints. I also agree. I think the desaturation of the pants really helped, especially that you can see it really well from this angle. Salad. I totally get that, and I personally believe that you have that struggle because you are not setting up your wet palette correctly. Unless you're referring to like putting your lid on your palette and then it over diluting overnight, that's a different thing. But a wet palette does not dilute your paints at all. All it does is just maintain the consistency that you choose. And it even doesn't do that sometimes. It will still dry out on your palette. Arc Fury G, thank you for the prime sub.
I think the biggest factor that I've found in wet palette performance is definitely the paper.
Yeah,
There
that
are
also.
various brands of wet palette paper, and then of course, obviously, there's the various DIY parchment paper solutions,
Mhm.
and it seems like that's the main one that changes how it interacts.
Yep.
We also just got a big message on that one.
Oh, thanks to the prime sub Pterosaurus Rex. Hey Scott, always send these messages, so I'd imagine it gets kind of incessant. Never. You're by far my favorite painter, and your paint style and skill is something to strive towards and look up to. You've helped me motivate me. You help motivate me constantly. Thank you. I will never get bored of hearing that. So thank you very much, Pterosaurus Rex, for the prime sub. I really appreciate it. Finally working on a real bust, the Contreras Cthulhu Teutonic Knight. Finished base coats, deciding if I like it or not before moving forward. Thoughts on the process? That's a great way to paint. That's not how I paint, but that's definitely totally valid. To do base coats first, kind of get like an idea of what the final thing is going to look like, and then proceed from there. I think that's probably a safer way to paint, but knowing me personally, I couldn't do that just because I wouldn't get to see anything like getting done soon. It would just take me forever. It would feel kind of like a slog. But I think that's probably like the preferred way to paint, in my opinion, if you have the artistic stamina to do that. Some paints separate or cure on the palette, and it makes it seem like they are thinning. Yeah, definitely. Some can separate, but in my experience, some paints separate on any palette you put them on. Maybe that's not true. I haven't used a hard palette in a really long time. Do paints only separate on a wet palette?
I don't think so.
No, yeah, because foundation paints from GW used to separate on a hard palette as well. Maybe they're more prone.
Separate in their damn bottle.
That's yeah. I mean, yeah. Great point. Maybe the extra moisture Eons of Battle makes them separate a little bit faster. That's very possible.
I think it might also just be that they have more time to separate, right? Because it's not drying, so it just sits there moist and slowly separates over time.
Yeah.
So, paint separation I normally blame on the paint rather than the palette, because it's multi-pigment paints or something where it's just not that pigmented where you get that separation.
Yeah. Thanks for the sub, Adrenaline. Really appreciate it. 5 months total. Hey yo. Thanks for the sub, Salad. Am I saying that name right, by the way? Salad? Or is it Salid? Man, okay. Salid reminds me of the Middle East, and okay, I just watched Kingdom Under Heaven a bit ago, and the Saracen leader has a name it sounds so beautiful. What is his name? Someone help me. By the way, we're doing a giveaway. Is it Kingdom of or Salahadin? That's what it is. Thank you, Rufus Kid. That name is so much fun to say. I love it. It sounds beautiful. By the way, we're doing a giveaway right now for the Red Grass Glass palette. If you want to enter it, type !moist. You have to be a follower of the channel to enter. Isn't that fun? Just say it to yourself right now. Salahadin. Love it. There's a beautiful couple models actually from that movie on the website Nuts Planet. There's a bust of Salahadin, but also a bust of Orlando Bloom's character, whose name I forget, because it is significantly less fun to say.
Nuts Planet has some pretty sweet stuff like that.
Yeah. They also have a couple Game of Thrones busts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Your enemies will know your character before you ever meet them, my friend. Yes. Gripping Beast do an excellent 28 mil Salahadin model. Can you drop that link in the chat, Evan? I kind of want to see it. Gripping Beast. I've never even heard of that brand.
Gripping Beast. Oh, the one where he's on horseback? Oh, yeah, this is pretty sweet. Let me drop the link in chat. And also, I will show you this, Scott, on your screen.
Oh wow, cool.
I like the tassels on the horse.
Yeah. Gripping Beast is a British company. Okay, nice. I love Nico Galaxy Immortal Chaos. I'm doing a Nico Galaxy sponsorship video in September, and I'm painting the Eastern Asian chick with the golden Uzis. I'm so fucking hyped. That model is so sick. I love doing sponsored videos with small boutique brands. I fucking love it. I live for that shit.
Get in touch. That's what I have to say.
Yeah, get in touch. I love giving visibility to small companies that are making wonderful minis. I have played a little bit of Infinity, but not enough to like put me off it or encourage me to play more. So I need to put some more hours in for sure.
I just bought into Infinity, and then you hired me, and I'm never gonna get to play it now.
Why not? You can play it on the stream.
Thursday nights at the store. I mean, theoretically, I can play it on stream, but
Oh, that sucks.
yeah, Thursday nights at the store. Every other Thursday is the Infinity night, and it's like, oh, sorry, I won't be there for that, Robbie. Rip. Just bought like $250 worth of Infinity.
God, I have some Infinity mounts too.
Exigent Midnight resubscribing 6 months in a row.
Hog.
Yeah.
Thank you, Exigent.
Also, we are halfway through this giveaway. Exclamation mark moist for the red grass glass palette. That's the way.
Sometimes I do that and I fucking gag. And that's when I know I'm doing it right. Someone asked for the link to Nuts Planet, specifically the Saladin model. Can't remember.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was the one we showed.
I think it wasn't the one we showed. I think we showed the Gripping Beast.
Oh, the
one.
Nuts Planet. Yeah. Hang on. Let me. I'll pull that one up too.
Last I tried, is it possible to link a specific model on that website? I think that their website is set up in such a dumb way that it's not possible, but that can't be true. That is ridiculous.
Well, so here's my question, because Nuts Planet sells through a bunch of different places.
Oh yeah, probably on Galapagos Miniatures.
Yeah, or I can show it on Michigan Toy Soldier.
Or yeah.
eBay or whatever. I think I'm gonna go with the Michigan Toy because that's up here. This is the bust that Scott is talking about, and this factory paint is wow.
I would never paint that bust. There's just way too much texture going on.
Yeah. I mean, I've got the picture on your screen again, Scott, so you can
Yeah,
remind yourself.
yo.
I'm just like, that looks like a cool 200 hours spent on a bust.
Yeah, that model is incredibly intimidating to paint, but it looks fucking awesome.
It's a great bust.
Yeah.
It's got character, it's got style, it's got intricate detail and a really good face. And yeah, it would sit in a box because I would look at it every time and I'd be like, I can't do this justice. But if you can, many sites have it. The Nuts Planet Saladin.
What are you painting lately, Evan?
I actually am painting Infinity stuff, and then of course I'm starting on my Marvel Crisis Protocol thing. But my first priority, Robbie at the store wanted me to paint his Nomad Salamander for him.
Okay.
So he painted.
Oh right, because you want to look at my base stuff today before you leave.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got to pick up some of that sci-fi based stuff to really take it to the next level.
Okay.
Robbie is the main guy pushing Infinity in our local scene. He's really working hard at it, and I appreciate that. And I think Infinity's pretty cool. And I don't have nomads, but I thought about buying one of these salamander tags because they're really cool. Big robot with a tail. I'm in. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna be painting. Onyx. It's like Onyx, but not quite. I have a lot of Ariadne. I wouldn't say I play them though.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I feel that.
But yeah, I have a force of Ariadna at this point.
Isn't
The
there
only
like
thing
a,
I'm lacking is the like Space Wolves.
isn't there a term for people who play Ariadna? Like they have a nickname?
Furries.
No, God, no. What?
Because they've got like the wolf people and bear people.
Oh, okay. What's the blue and white faction?
Oh, Pan-Oceania.
Pano. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
Pano.
okay. Evan has a podcasting voice. Yeah, he has a beautiful voice.
I'm actually a radio producer and have been for over a decade. So
And just by having that job, he acquired his voice, right?
that's how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just work at a radio station for between 6 months and a year, and they pin a badge to your chest, and they're like, "You have the voice," and you're like, "I do."
the voice. Pretty sure that's a show, right?
Yeah, but it doesn't have to do with talking. It has to do with singing.
Yeah. Okay, so I put the shadow toward the bottom of the knee pad right here, and I kind of blended from the top down, and that was a mistake. I'm going to push the shadow higher up, which might have first seemed like a mistake. I'll blend that line a little bit, and then I'm going to create a highlight down here. I'm just going to reverse what I did. We got a sub, Rich 10,001 UK Soccer Breakers. 7 months. Thanks for the sub.
Giveaway's about to end. We got about 2 minutes left. ! Moist to get in on the red grass. Oh man, I almost fumbled it. Red grass glass palette. If you want that glass palette in your life, you don't want to have to pay for it, this is your chance. We don't generally limit where the giveaways go, but if you know that you shouldn't be entering giveaways located in the United States, please don't. That's what I have to say.
Yeah, we're not doing any kind of moderation of that.
Yeah, we're leaving that to you.
All right. So I wanted to soften that transition a little bit, and now we're going to start building up the highlight toward the bottom of the knee pad. That was not useful paint. Okay, here we go. And this is going to give us kind of like a gem-like effect, which for I don't know, this shape is good. It's good to kind of give you that reflective metallic look. Oh, I don't know if this is worth mentioning, but Fantasy Flight invited me onto their stream to do some painting of some Descent miniatures. It's sometime in August. I think it's like August 10th. It's a Wednesday, in kind of like
My dudes.
It's a Wednesday in the middle of August. I'll let you know when it gets closer. But yeah, if you want to come hang out for that, please do. I'm excited to go hang out in their studios because it's like super close to my house.
All right, the raffle is closed. I'll pick a winner in just a second here.
Excellent.
Abundantly Average is our winner. Can you
Oh.
sound off in chat if you are still here? I hope you are, because you just won.
If you are not, we're going to re-select a winner.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you say something in the next couple minutes.
There we
Hey, cool. Can you DM me your shipping address, your email address, and your first and last name? Those 3 things, please. DM me those on Twitch. Or if you're a patron, you can do it on Discord if you're on Discord.
go. We prefer Twitch.
We do prefer Twitch.
Yeah. Just send me a message right here. And we'll send you stuff. That's how it works.
This is indeed how it works. Enjoy the new paint window. I got any fans of The Boys in the chat? A TV show on Amazon called The Boys. I just started watching it, the first season, and it's pretty friggin' good.
It's weird. I don't know why that's happening, but all right.
Yes, sir. The Boys is the shit. I love The Boys. Yeah, heck yeah, dude. Episode 1 hooks so hard, it kind of does. boy supplement to the MCP would be entertaining. Oh my god, dude. That would be awesome. Read the graphic novels, but haven't watched the show yet. Ooh. Nice. Just deepening the contrast a little bit. Trying to get those kind of more angular lines on this octagonal shape. Adding some more shadows, adding just a touch of highlight to the bottom here. I don't want it to be brighter or be perceived as brighter than the top part. And there, oh. Okay, that was weird.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I was taking a screen grab of something.
Oh,
That'll freeze everything for you.
Okay. Cool. That's a knee pad. One more. I also did the belt there super fast. That's a really easy thing to do. That thing right in the middle. It was a waistline.
4 strength, 4 stam.
Leather belt.
Oh!
Oh!
Oh! One of my favorite memes of all time. Level 18.
What's your favorite GIF of all time? Oh my God, calm down. It's not that big of a deal. Jesus Christ.
That's a hard question.
I asked Evan earlier what his favorite burger was in the Twin Cities, and he like went into silence for like 30 minutes while he meditated on the answer.
It's only exaggerating slightly. I was silent for about 60 seconds. And I didn't have a good answer because it's like choosing a favorite child. I mean, there are definitely children you like more than your other ones, but a favorite? That's tough. Parents know what's up.
Homelander is legit scary. Just like everything he does is so intimidating. I feel like the name Homelander is so great. It's such a great superhero name for like what he's supposed to represent. My favorite GIF is from the Italian Spider-Man when that, which it might sound confusing at first, but I guarantee you've seen it. Or he like this guy with curly hair looks kind of like he's from the 70s, opens the door and he like looks down. And he's kind of like, oh,
yes, I know exactly the one you're talking about.
Yeah, I fucking love that GIF so much.
Man, I'm still thinking about this.
That's a good one.
I think my best way to do it is to just look at my like Discord posted GIFs and see if there's one that comes up a lot. I know I use the monkey's paw wish GIF from The Simpsons a lot, but I don't think that's my favorite one. I just lean on that one a lot.
Okay.
You know, where people go, you know, oh, it would be cool if this game had this. And then it's like, are you sure? And then you post the monkey's paw. It's a bad idea. Yeah.
I'm not sure I know that one. The monkey's GIF. Monkey's paw GIF.
Yeah.
I mean, you might have sent it to me already.
There's some post-it notes.
In the shipping room.
So far away.
It is.
BRB chat, don't misbehave.
Chat, there's no moderator. Start a fire. I'm doing it again where I put the highlight toward the top of the knee. But I think it kind of works okay for this knee because this knee is like pointed up. Yeah, this works okay for this knee. Quick, teacher's gone. I'm painting, so I don't want to start this debate, but y'all saying GIF wrong. GIF. Yeah, honestly, I'm just moving to the right, and I don't know why. So I will turn my camera a little bit more over here. So I feel like I want to be right here. This is where I feel like I want to be. I feel like let's burn his mother down. Yeah, we don't use WhatsApp much in the US. I'm kind of getting sick of chat apps, you know? I would love if I could just use texting and Discord, and that's literally it.
What's that? You're sick of chat? We should shut off Twitch chat?
No, I'm sick of chat.
Ugh.
My family is using Signal now, and they used to use WhatsApp. I'm just like, I'm very confused.
I mean, Signal's good because it's theoretically secure, right?
That is why they use it. So yes, theoretically. I'm on 3 messaging apps and they're all against my will. Lol, you talk to your family? Embarrassing. Yeah, I do. Kind of fucking up right now. We need a reset. I'm gonna turn the hairdryer on.
Okay, give me a second. Go ahead. Yeah, that's that hairdryer face. Don't burn your fingers.
Letting it rip. The Green Stuff World mini compressor. Is that one of those battery powered ones? I feel like I want the image in the preview monitor to be sharper. And I'm not sure why it isn't as sharp as it can be.
I don't have an answer for that other than, is the camera out of focus? I don't think it is.
It is a pretty wide shot. We are zooming in, but that shouldn't matter because the canvas is 1080p. Mama Wolf, thanks for the resub, 7 months.
Could be a monitor setting. We did just set that monitor up today.
That's kind of always been a thing, even when I was in my in the old place. I'll look into it sometime.
Well, I'll tell you what. How about we treat it this way? Because you're going to be critical of it. But what does chat think? Chat, is the miniature sharp enough in that viewing angle for you? You see some softness there? Obviously, things fall in and out of focus because we have a relatively narrow focal depth. But like right now, miniature's in focus. Blade's looking good, in my opinion. But yeah, if you don't think it's crispy, let us know.
Enhance.
Because if it's good enough for the viewers, that's what matters.
Yeah, but the viewers don't know what they want. I need to give it to them. Looks ace. All right, sick. Looks sharper than my wit.
I mean, remember, Scott, we've got one of the best looking miniature painting streams in the world.
I don't know if that's true. I feel like sometimes there are people that have webcams that look better than me, and I'm just kind of like, what am I doing wrong?
Get good.
Yeah, pretty much. Like I need to figure it out. We'll figure it out. I'm almost wondering if for streams I should have a camera, like a Sony camera or a Canon camera, to leverage their autofocus, their dual pixel autofocus. Because Panasonic.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, there's the other piece of me too that's like, could a webcam, like a very small aperture, small sensor camera, actually be better for this? Because of the expanded focal field?
Yeah, and the tiny sensor.
Yeah.
It's very possible.
Because we have enough light to be able to overcome the difficulties of the shortcomings of those tiny sensors. So
that's true.
It's something that we could experiment with.
That is absolutely true.
Having that nice high-grade glass right over your shoulder also means that we're getting a lot of color, a lot of depth.
Yeah, and there's a lot of other helpful features like focus peaking and zebras and shit like that.
Need an infrared camera so we can see the effects of the hairdryer.
That would actually be interesting. I wonder what that would look like.
I'll tell you what. If you want to have real fun, infrared cameras can pick up when people fart.
That looks like a little dust cloud, right?
Yep, little puff coming from the tutor.
I've never heard Evan say tutor, and I love it.
Sorry, I should have said it in my dad voice. Little puff coming from the tutor.
The tutor there, bud. Let's try something, Evan. Can you digitally zoom out my painting camera at like 25%?
Digitally zoom out? We're not cropped in at all.
We are.
Are we?
Well, yeah, because it's at 4K res. I set it to that, and then I zoomed it in 2 times digitally, I believe. Like the camera isn't like the bounding box of the camera isn't perfectly around the overlay, is it?
Oh yeah. Okay.
So just like make it like, I don't know, approximately a quarter smaller.
Quarter smaller?
Yeah, make the mini smaller, and then I'm gonna optically zoom in over here, and I'm gonna see if it looks better. Live testing.
Okay. I'll click the button. There we go. Is that about what you're thinking?
Yeah, sure. That's good.
All right.
And then we'll give it a little zoom. This, to me, is sharper. Do you agree?
I'm looking at a window this big.
Okay.
I mean, like, I am not the person to ask about sharper, but if people are saying it looks clearer, by all means.
Chat, see, I told you you didn't know what you wanted.
Listen, there's always room for improvement, even when you're at the top. I learned that from Space Ghost. Space Ghost is number 1, but there's always room for improvement, even when you are number 1, even when you're the king.
Okay, calm down.
It can always be better. That's right, coast to coast, baby. Space Ghost, coast to coast, one of the best TV shows ever made.
I don't see that. I'm confused why this looks better. This is not how it should work.
Makes sense. I think maybe.
Yeah. I mean, there's more going on than just resolution, probably.
Yeah.
Is that where you got your big dream of being a broadcaster? Oh, I think it's talking to you, Evan.
Yeah, maybe that's where I came up with the idea of going into broadcasting. I don't think so, but I like that backstory. It sounds good, so I'll just use it. It's fine now.
Alun plays. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, if you guys don't know, I have a new video out today. I'll going over the new studio space that is fully done being set up. So check that out.
All right, I do have a production note for you, framing right now.
Fucking A, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you might want to pan the camera up slightly.
You think so?
Yeah, it seems like you want to paint a little higher on the desk. I had to readjust the crop when I expanded it, and I'm right at the top limit now, so.
All right. I shall move it up a bit.
Live production on the air.
The problem.
You're tuned into the Miniac stream. Things are going crazy here at Miniac HQ. We just did a giveaway live on the air.
Evan's putting on his radio voice right now.
Only putting on my 90s radio voice.
I might have missed. We missed Mama Wolf 213 with the sub.
I think we did.
Thanks for the
Sorry,
sub.
Mama Wolf.
Thanks for the sub, Mama Wolf. Also, thanks for the sub, Panda with the guns.
And the Austin Hayes.
Not just Austin Hayes. The Austin Hayes.
With 2 E's.
2 E's.
The.
All right. There's a little bit too much darkness here in this knee pad, so we're going to start to push that mid-tone toward the highlight, starting in that middle area to reduce the size of that darkness. I think it needs some more brightness as well. You are right. The sub notification is not updating. Evan, on the desktop of the computer, there's an icon called Stream Labels. That app needs to be running, and then it will update both the donor and the sub name.
Stream labels?
Yeah.
On the desktop?
Yeah, maybe if it's not there, you can just like search for it in Windows. Stream Labels.
Definitely not on the desktop, but I will just fix that right now.
Here we go. Let's see. Am I gonna be brighter? I feel like I need to be brighter.
The update? Yes.
Excellent. And they do not fit.
Yeah. Tweak that a bit.
I'm gonna add a smidge of white to the bottom. Not a lot, just a little bit. There we go. That's a fucking NMM knee pad right there. Both of them. All right, that's done. I was really dreading that, but now it's done, so we can move on.
They look good.
Thank you, sir.
All right, so I have a question. You did the swords NMM, but did you do the sword handles yet?
No,
can't tell.
I have not done the guards yet.
The guards and the wraps?
I haven't done the handles either. Those would be easy, but let me grab some gold colors. Here, let's do the typical GW NMM recipe here, which I believe starts with Rhinoxide into Mornfang into Averland, and then we're gonna sneak in a cheeky ice yellow from Vallejo, which I know isn't GW, but this is the Rarigo Acore gold method. Also, I thought I grabbed Averland, but I literally grabbed a green. I've never done that in my life.
Well, I mean, like, I've watched that roast video of you, and I know that anyone that wears glasses doesn't know anything about color theory. So.
Oh my god, dude, I forgot about that. That's the greatest, like, serious hateful comment I've ever gotten.
Yeah, that will live rent free in my brain forever because it's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
I refuse to believe that was real. Ooh, big message.
Ooh.
I see. It's a cyberpunk reference. Sure. Good morning, Night City. Yesterday's body count lottery rounded out to a solid and sturdy 30. 10 out of Haywood thanks to unabated gang wars. One officer down, so I guess you're all screwed because the NCPD will not let that go. Got another blackout in Santo Domingo. Netrunners are at it again, poking holes in the power grid. Keep it tuned here for more NCPD and Night City updates.
Beautiful.
There you go.
One thing that Evan can do that I cannot do that I'm very jealous of is he just read that whole line first time and didn't stutter a single time. And I cannot do that.
That's another thing you get from the radio thing.
Azathoth says, working on my quarterly. Oh, the chat went away. I can't see my chat window anymore. Can you bring it?
You know what?
What?
Don't be so needy, Scott. Can you see it now?
Yeah, I can see it now.
Okay.
Working on the quarterly challenge, about 8 hours into my 10 hours and hitting the part where I'm just redoing blends over and over again to futz around. Should I stop, or is the intent for us to futz to the max? I think if you believe you have painted that model to the best of your ability and you're not going to really make it any better in 2 more hours, then yeah, just feel no need to keep painting. That's just ridiculous. You can just stop. I think I even did that with my Reaver that I painted in that video. I think I stopped at like 9 hours, something like that.
There was something I wanted to adjust. I want your chat to linger more on the video.
I agree. That is a setting.
It's on Streamlabs, right?
Yep, that's a setting in Streamlabs. What model? What model is Azathoth painting? I'm not sure.
If you're a patron or you're a Twitch sub and you're in the Discord, we've got that quarterly challenge. I was thinking about that, painting a mini for a long time. Quarterly challenge right now is the paint the same mini 3 times, once for 10 hours, once for 1 hour, and once for 10 minutes. Yeah, I think that's a real good exercise to help you understand when you have reached the end point of your painting.
Yes. And that quarterly system is part of a point system on the server. So you paint anything, you get points for it. So if you're a patron or a Twitch sub, you can join that Discord and start racking up points. You get fun emojis next to your name based on how many points you have. Yeah. There's like a leaderboard. Top 10 people are on the leaderboard. It's good. It's a fun, and also that system creates a gallery of all the stuff you painted that year. So at any point you can type !gallery at somebody's name, and it will DM you their gallery for the year. It's a pretty cool little bot. Written by yours truly, but maintained by Goalie Man, who is a much better software engineer than me. So we're in good hands now. I haven't submitted any of my minis I've painted since I joined the Discord. So again, this is like a fun system. If you truly joined the Discord and then painted things after that point and didn't submit them, absolutely you can submit them, no problem. Just, this is an honest system, so just don't abuse it. Or else my mods will come for you.
They'll come for you.
And they'll hang dry and quarter you. Hang dry? No. Hang, draw, and quarter you. Pop quiz. Anyone know what being drawn means in terms of medieval punishment?
You mean like one of your French girls?
Yeah. No, I don't mean that. Is this the Patreon Discord? Yeah, Patreon or being a Twitch sub, either one. Ripped up by horses. There it is. Yeah. You got ropes attached to the front top of your body, ropes attached to the bottom of your body. 2 horses go in opposite direction, fucking tear you apart.
Now that's what I call horsepower.
That's oh god. I'm gonna lay down for a bit. Evan, you want to paint this model?
No, I've got my own Marvel Crisis Protocol minis to paint. Blade's not part of my team.
That joke killed me. Okay, I'm back. That's fucking metal. Dude, the medieval times.
No, horses aren't made out of metal, Scott.
Okay. Let's all just ignore Evan for the next 10 minutes as punishment.
All right. Sounds good. I'll just mute my mic.
Nuts. Absolutely nuts. Humans are uniquely sadistic. I don't think we're any less sadistic now. We're just more sophisticated about it, so it seems less worse. It seems less worse? That can't be the right grammar. Did you actually mute your mic?
Yes.
Scott murdered brutally my dad joke. You ever listen to Hardcore History? Yes. I think I have. I listened to some kind of history thing on YouTube that was about some kind of murderer. And I think it was one of the bigger channels. And I think that's Hardcore History.
All right. I think what I did just killed the chat for a second, but now they should linger longer.
Linger
longer.
Did you you refresh the browser source?
I don't think I actually have to because of how this works.
Oh.
And I think the reason I know that that's true is because as soon as I clicked save, all the chats went disappeared. So we'll see. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm right, then it's true. I am always right.
Just like you're right about how Mance is the greatest commander in all of Assault on Western Fire.
Oh yeah, Mance is the best commander.
I mean, I lost to it yesterday, so it must be true.
It's OP. Oh, hey, John. John in the chat. John with no H. Not that other John that someone else was referring to.
Snickle Fritz. That's a new one.
Yeah.
What up, John? How you doing, man? How's your Friday? Got that blood video out. My boy John put a new video out today as well. It's about him painting a model literally with his blood. That's fucking also metal as fuck.
Yeah, that's metal AF for sure.
Metal AF. John, when the poop video coming out?
What do you think, Scott? Should we run another giveaway today?
I don't mind.
Red bin up there.
Yes. Kind of
Alright.
heavy though, but
I'll dig through it and find something good.
how much blood does one need to paint a model? I don't know, but John did tell me that it was kind of a lot. How many viewers are we rocking right now, Evan?
Paint stream. How about some paints?
Let's do it.
We are at 266 viewers right now.
Hey! Awesome.
All right, so it's a paint stream. So I dug out a Army Painter Skin Tones paint set. So let's see. Can I count? I know I can't read, so can I count? 16 paints from Army Painter. I'm gonna set this up, and we'll start that giveaway probably in a little bit here.
Maybe I'm gonna do copper instead of gold. I like copper more than gold in this situation. These little fiddly bits are always so annoying to do NMM on. You can kind of just phone them in a bit and then it works just fine, but if you do want to take your time and make it look really nice, it's a fucking pain in the ass.
We'll start this giveaway at the top of the hour.
Excellent.
So about a minute and a half. No, almost exactly 1 minute, actually. Excuse me.
That made you uncomfortable? Yeah, maybe. I believe GW paints are getting so expensive that they nearly rival the cost of blood. Are they still getting more expensive? I know the contrast paints went up in cost and didn't increase in volume, which is hilarious.
Didn't they also increase the... they moved some of those shades over to the contrast size bottles, too. Right? The Agrax Earthshade and Null Oil and stuff are now in the contrast size pots rather than the shade size pots.
Yeah, so they've lost quantity, but increased in price.
Woof.
Man, I don't know, man. I feel like GW is doing so well as a company. Why do they got to keep asking for more of their fan base?
Give me more. I want more money.
Like, it's easy to hate on GW because they're kind of at the top, right? I'm really trying not to hate on them, but like, they just make it so easy. But again, maybe I'm a little biased for unspoken reasons. The giveaway is not US only. Just we just want you to, I don't know. In some countries, giveaways are considered to be gambling. So like, if your country considers a giveaway gambling, there's no money being exchanged here. The only requirement is you have to follow the channel, which isn't a cost.
All right, I clicked start giveaway and it didn't start. So
okay. Wizard is doing the same. Yeah.
Just gonna try refreshing.
Ergon Shark. I did get my miniatures back. So shout out to them, but I did not get compensated for shipping the models there in the first place, which was part of the deal.
There we go. Okay.
Oh, hey, give me that box. I want to show it on the stream.
Yeah, that would be a good producery thing to do. You didn't have to get up. I would have just brought it to you.
Oh, okay.
Exclamation mark moist. Army Painter skin tone paint set. It's 16 paints of skin tones and flesh washes.
Yeah. And some red caps in there, which I'm assuming are washes.
Yeah, those are the 3 washes. I think it's probably like flesh tone, strong tone, and mid brown or something like that.
Soft wash, strong wash, dark wash.
Yeah, all right, there you go. Yeah, and just a variety of different skin pigmentations.
Show it in the shoulder cam.
Oh yeah.
Whoa, gloss. Look at that fucking meaty boy right there. Woo! Want to cut to the wide for a little bit?
Yeah, give me 1 second here. Face cam with chat. Tasty.
Look at those not Space Marines. Yeah, nice little flesh set here by Army Painter. If I can be totally honest, I have literally never painted with a single Army Painter acrylic paint. I've used the washes; they're great. Don't mind those at all.
I think it comes with a couple of empty bottles as well.
Oh, cool.
So you can mix your own flush tones. I think it
Oh,
says that right on the back, right?
It does, yeah.
Yeah. So if you come up with a special recipe, 2 parts of one part of another, you got that bottle right there. You don't have to buy anything on Amazon or anything.
It does not come with John's blood, but that'd be hilarious.
We'll do a giveaway for that next time John's on paint.
Yeah.
We'll cut them up real good.
We'll get them over to
some biohazardous material so you can clone John.
There you go.
Exclamation mark moist to enter this. I know you probably see people signing off already in that chat box. That's how you enter, and we got about 13 minutes left.
Most companies with shareholders want year-over-year growth, which is dumb because it pushes companies to up prices rather than do anything innovative. Yeah, innovation is scary. You need to innovate to stay on top, but innovation also invites failure. So I get it. But yeah, that's I guess that makes sense if they're a publicly traded company, which they are.
Yeah.
But yeah, so what I was saying about GW, they did give me my models back, but they were supposed to reimburse me for 2 purchases. They sent me their paint range as a gift. And I didn't necessarily need it, but they're like, do you want a paint range for your paints at home? And I was like, yeah, if you're offering, absolutely. And I had to pay $180 from UPS to pick it up. Which you might be like, you got the whole paint range, why do you care? It's like, well, I didn't need it in the first place when they were giving it to me. And Andy, my contact, said he'd pay me back. And they haven't. And also I shipped both my models and the models that Jake painted to the UK. Both of those international shipping via UPS, both about $40, so $80 total. So at the moment, GW owes me, I don't know, something like $260 or $300 that they haven't paid me back yet. And they said they would on both accounts. Which is not to say they won't ever do it, but haven't done it yet. GW is definitely not above criticism. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, the Brothers Murph. If you got it on print, they have to honor. It's not on print. It is in an email, which I believe is some kind of legally reinforceable document. But I'm not gonna cry over a couple $100. Well, I'm not to the point where I'm gonna go and like do something about it legally. But it isn't written. That is on print. Okay, gotcha. They only want you for your body. I have a pretty great body, so that makes sense. No company is above criticism. That is true. Even myself.
Yeah, we criticize Scott all the time around here.
Endlessly.
Yeah. Let's
Mostly,
keep that model in frame.
I was gonna say mostly it's how often I lose in miniature war games, but
That's not really a criticism. That's just an observation.
that is true.
I mean, it's not something that you seem to be able to improve. So hashtag producer Rex, owner of company, live on stream.
I'd love to play you again.
Yeah, same. We'll do that at some point, I'm sure.
Yeah. You gotta show me how that catapult works because Paul is unable to.
Stone thrower OP.
Stone thrower.
Taking it to nationals, and I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win nationals. Stone thrower. You have been warned. See you at Gen Con.
Mark's in the chat right now and he's hearing this. He's gonna develop the perfect anti-stone thrower list.
You mean Rupp?
Yeah, Mark Rupp.
I beat him with it.
I know, but did he walk into that tournament prepared to
No one's prepared.
I'm just saying if he's listening right now, you know?
I mean, he's already faced the list. He knows.
He knows. He knows it's coming.
Yeah. He knows that Evan doesn't know how to think, so he just chooses to throw stones. It's the easy answer, Scott. I don't know what to do. Throw a stone. More stones.
That's why your turns are so short. Your decision pool is very limited.
Pretty much. Easiest list in the game to play.
Throw
Is stone
stones?
available? Yes. Throw. No? Do something else.
do Yarick.
Pretty much.
You just do a bunch of damage to you. That's just totally unanswerable.
Yeah. It completely warps the game. Yeah. Store Scott and I were joking about me going on the Song Stats podcast and just ranting about Stone Thrower for like 30 minutes. It's totally broken, man. Changes the game. You can't do anything against it. It's OP, etc. What a huge waste of time for everyone that would be.
I'll do that.
Yeah. You're going on there, right?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just show up, burst in.
Stone
I'm gonna let you finish, Scott, but I gotta talk about Stone.
Oh my god, you're gonna Kanye West me, dude?
Just push you out of the way. Sorry, Mickey, I got some stuff to say. Give me that mic.
It says I don't have permission to send submissions. Not sure you're talking about Eperuza. I'm about like a Twitch chat. I'm about a Patreon.
Oh, if you're trying to enter the giveaway, you must be a follower of the channel. If you do not follow the channel, that might be what's going on. Unless you're talking about something else.
Patreon Discord for minis, sorry. What? I don't think I have any permission things set up with the bot, so it shouldn't. Did you just join the Discord or something like that? Maybe that's what it's complaining about. You being new to maybe that's a default Discord thing where you can't. I don't fucking know. That should be
a Discord expert or mod in the server, so I have no answers. But I don't know. Reach out on that one. Maybe one of the mods can help you and point you in the right direction, or maybe you've forgotten to click something.
Yeah.
Self submission permission.
Yeah, at Thrall in the Discord is the role for mods.
There you go.
Why is necromancer the best profession? Because you always make a living. Nice. That inflicted damage.
Got about 6 minutes left in that giveaway. Army Painter skin tone paint set.
We're giving this bad boy away right now. Type !moist in the chat to win it. No restrictions, but just make sure your country is okay with you winning giveaways. Heck yeah. How many more minutes?
About 6.
Excellent.
Yeah, we're about halfway through it. We're about 2/3 of the way through the stream.
Excellent. Oh, it's Friday. It's the one thing I'm gonna miss about streaming on Fridays. Is just gonna having that end of the day, go home, weekend, relax. And I'm so sweaty. It's got to be the lights.
I haven't heard the AC run the whole time we're here.
Why is it on 74?
Again, the stream can't hear it, but thunk.
It's like the Balrog in the deep.
Something stirred below.
Why no more Friday streams? Oh yeah, I should explain that again. We are moving the streams away from Fridays, just because Friday is the day of the week that always gets clipped for like vacations and shit. And I want to be more consistent about the schedule on the stream, and so we're gonna move it to Tuesdays, same time, same place, just on Tuesdays.
That's gonna be the scheduled stream.
Yes.
It is possible there will be Friday streams in the future. They just won't be something that's fixed on the schedule.
Ease. That's a nice one. I don't think people would get that, Rufus, unless they understood the context.
The context of the previous Necromancer joke?
Yeah.
A necromancer.
Wait, why would EU get hit for that? It's the same time. Oh, because you can't stay up as late? But it starts at 1, which is like 7 or 8.
Yeah, actually, so if you type !schedule in the chat, we don't have it set up on the Twitch page itself, but right now, if you do that, I've got our local time and also the GMT for the stream.
Oh, nice.
Assuming I did it correctly and mathed. Hey, there you go, Mondo. So
Mondo
yeah,
Gibbs.
if you're wondering what the schedule is, that's generally going to be the fixed schedule, and there may be more streams on a per as fun basis. Who knows? We may add more to the schedule later, depending on how much gaming Curtis wants to do in the studio. So yeah.
I love how Exigent says Tuesdays don't exist in the EU. Little known fact, but it's true.
I didn't know that, but I believe it.
Too many skeletons in that closet. Dude, Rufus, where are you getting these jokes? Is this Google or is this you talking right now? Don't lie to me. I'll know. I won't know. That's why I'm asking.
Three minutes left for that giveaway if you haven't entered yet.
Giveaway.
Want a set of Army Painter skin tones. !moist in the chat.
Moist. Where's my moist crew at? Not being an IT worker, but I do have to up and work. I do have to up and at work by 8 a.m.
Words are hard.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, do you go to bed at 8 p.m.? I guess it depends where you live. If you're in like Poland, then 1 p.m. here. It's pretty late in Poland. Yeah, you couldn't catch the whole stream. Hit us with the moist transition real quick. What the heck?
I can.
I can. I can and I will. $10 to $11. Yeah, so you can still get a little bit of it.
Oh, it didn't work.
Probably not working because there is an app installed called Transition Table that burns in transitions for all of the specific moves from one thing to the other.
Nah, I did it.
Nice. Moist us, Evan. There it is. Is it making the sound?
I think so.
Oh, great. Fuck yeah.
It should be.
Blake Arrow, didn't know you streamed until I saw the outfit. Cool stuff. Heck yeah. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Chat, what you working on? What kind of minis you painting right now? Painting for games, painting for display? Talk to me, babes. Orc Bust? 3D print? Stormcast Gimps Infinity? $10-minute challenge. Nice. Painting for Reapercon. Archeon, the ever chosen. Woo! What's your ideal focus music? When I want to focus, I listen to OSTs by Trent Reznor, or I listen to like like Carpenter Brute or like synthwave and stuff like that is really easy for me to focus with. But yeah, those two typically, like the Social Dilemma or the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo OST, or what's the other one he composed? Frig, can't remember. But yeah, those are typically my go-to. Death Guard, Deathcore, Captain America, Rubicon Viet Cong. Nice. Sons of Horus, lots of Marines. Night Lord Terminator. Horus Heresy Imperial Fist Tactical Squad. Someone needs to paint Homelander. Is there a Homelander mini? I'm gonna guess there's probably an STL somewhere. I don't know if there's a mini. Russian Napoleonic Guard. Hell yeah, dude. Pylum. I'm sad the synthwave dudes are all moving towards industrial / new metal sounds. That does sound kind of sad. I hope it's not true across the board. All right, and then it's a smidge, the smidgiest smidge of white. Can't overpower the yellow, because then it's just not gold.
Well, I mean, you can overpower the yellow.
Yes.
You just don't want it.
You just don't want it. NMM gold guard.
You are not making it up, Toilet Toads. I saw something from Simon announcing a boys collaboration, something about the boys killing zombies. So I assume it's.
Oh
Zombicide.
yes. Okay. Yeah, it's a
That was
Zombicide.
like this week. So
Yeah. I also saw that. You're right. Unfortunately, they don't make models as good as Fantasy Flight.
not yet. Got to keep pushing that quality. I will say that you look at the early Song of Ice and Fire models, and you look at the most recent ones, and they have gotten way better.
Yes.
They have been sorting things out. So keep getting better, Simon. We love your game. We want to love your models even more.
Yes. Okay. We got some NMM samurai sword guards now. We're just knocking things back. I think I'm just gonna paint the handles with a contrast paint because I don't care. Oh, so many paints. Which one though? So many options. Space Wolf's Gray sounds nice. Oh Lord! You like that? Ah!
I think what they were commenting on was actually I did the tongue flick.
Oh, did you? Okay.
I left it on. The giveaway has ended, by the way. I didn't call it out at the last minute. We have plenty of entries. I'm going to pick a winner right now.
All right. Let's see who won.
The Brothers Murph.
Hey! Well, now both get clipped. Thank you, the Brothers Murph, for entering and winning. Make sure you sound off in chat so we know you're still here.
Yep. Got to say something in chat. Yay, yo, let's go. Or if you're excited, send us a message with your details. We need your name, your email address, and your shipping address. If you'd send that to this Twitch account, Miniac, in a message, that would be super appreciated. Don't put that in the chat. That would be big dumb. Just send it direct to us, and we will get these Army Painter skin tones on their way to you as soon as possible.
Enjoy your fleshy abundance. All right, I haven't used contrast paint in like a year. Let's see how these work. Okay, I want to paint like, maybe like, oh, I don't know where I want to paint. I move around a lot.
Scott's mumbling to himself now.
I am. Okay. Guess that works. I guess the problem with washes and contrast paint is they rely on the model quality to look good. Whereas with my brush, I can make it look good no matter the model quality.
You can make it look good no matter the model quality.
Everyone can with a little bit of patience.
Mm.
I don't know about it. This is just a ploy to get their home addresses. Yes. Yes. Oh my God, remember the first time I made it? Hey, more minis! What up, Zappy PL? You're welcome for the clip. Thank you, Tabletop Collective. I pride myself in making it look bad regardless of model quality. Yeah, I was gonna say, I never heard that take. I mean, it's true, right? Because like the sharper the detail, the better the wash settles, the more defined it looks, right? Like this, these handles don't have the greatest details, so the effect isn't amazing. But it's fine.
These
though.
handles, he says, as he puts them directly off camera.
These handles. So like, I'm particularly looking at this side of the handle. It's like What is going on there? I don't really know. But does it matter? It doesn't matter.
I can see the little crisscrosses.
Well, crisscross, yeah, a little bit there. But I want to see like, it's like inconsistent. It's like pulling more in certain parts than other areas, or maybe it's not. I don't know.
You know, Michael in our paint group often talks about this, where it's like a lot of people just think contrast paint is all about just like glopping on as much as possible. Boom, done. I put contrast on the model.
Yeah.
But yeah, controlling exactly how it pools and stuff can really make the results go from being like, yeah, it's okay, to being like, that's actually really quite good.
Yeah.
But they are for cheaters, and it's not real painting, etc., etc. Gatekeep. You have to paint layers for 3 months on one model. You have to take 5 painting streams to complete Blade. Also, we've got like 45 minutes left in this stream, Scott, so you need to pick up the pace because you're supposed to finish this today.
I am gonna finish it off stream. Now we're gonna do some quick edge highlighting of all these black details on the model.
Quick edge highlighting.
Just one
what
layer.
An oxymoron.
Just one itty bitty layer. Okay, he's got a dagger over here.
I kick ass for the
Man, he's got
Lord.
like 17 freaking pouches on his waist.
Hydraxos.
Thanks to the sub Hydraxos. What up, the mini family? Shout out to all the slow painters. Heck yeah, dude.
Shout out to the people that buy the merch, by the way. We've had a few subs over the last hour, but I wanted to point out we do have Shopify integration. If you buy something from the Miniac store during the stream, you get a nice little pop-up, and I think you can send a message via it too. So yeah, if you want to throw just money our way, that's fine. But if you'd like to get stuff on top of that, go to the store. I think the command for that, it's not merch, it's
Goodies.
goodies. ! Goodies. I think merch should also work. Yeah, the cutting mat, the Miniac hoodie. I see a lot of Miniac hoodies locally.
Do you?
That tie-dye hoodie shows up a lot at the Source Comics and Games.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Of
That's so cool.
course, a lot of people don't know that you're local.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess I thought I was pretty straight up about that.
Yeah, we're in the Twin Cities. And sometimes I'm telling people from the state that it's like, oh yeah, Scott's cool. They go, yeah, I'm a big fan of his channel. You like to watch his channel? I'm like, oh, no, he's a local. And they just kind of, it blows their mind. They can't believe it.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
I
Yeah.
breathe the same air. Oh my God. Looks so bad. I hate it. Okay, who cares? It doesn't matter. It's in an invisible fucking detail. Scott, let's move on with your life.
I bet a lot of people just think you're Canadian
Why?
because all the miniature YouTubers seem to be Canadian.
Yeah.
And you sound like you're from the upper Midwest because you're from Wisconsin. And that's pretty much Canada.
Do you think I have an accent like that?
You want to get into this?
Yeah, for sure.
It's there, but it's very small.
Yeah, okay.
Same thing for me. I fight against it a little bit. I don't go big
Oh,
anymore.
God, yeah.
You put that in your bag. Yeah, when Scott gets excited, it's there for sure, bud.
For fucking sure. And Brent, too. Us Canadians would accept you as one of us. Alfonso, R.I.V. Riv. Thanks for the subbing 5 months. Appreciate it. Hey, just watched the new Office video, that cable management. Oof, gorgeous. Thank you, sir.
Cable management's real gorgeous, especially when it works right.
Yeah, wait, what are you saying right now?
HDMI problems? We haven't had any today, but it's always been John's camera that's been throwing out the green squares. So,
Oh, okay.
but today's been perfect.
Good, good. Makes sense. Less cameras.
Less bandwidth. Yeah. Juice.
Don't really care about the sword sheaths on his back.
Paint it black. Done.
Kind of. Paint it black. Do a little dance with the edge. GG.
John, the key to success is to blame everyone except yourself. Never accept responsibility for anything except success. Anything that's good is due to me.
Why are you trying to be so quiet?
Alex is sneaking around again.
Yeah, that's why I looked up and talked to you.
It's that from Art of the Deal. It might be.
We have pickles? Okay.
So what the chat might not know is that there's a giant stash of all kinds of snacks and stuff, and it seems to have been entirely supplied by Alex. Because every day he comes in with something new where he's like, you know what? Instead of chips, I'm going to bring in some Skittles today. Pickles and Skittles is what's on the menu today.
What a combo, dude.
I'm not the most judgmental person around, but on this, I'm feeling a little judgy. That's pretty weird. I do like the alliteration, though. He's stuffing Skittles in the pickles right now. Got to build up your reputation as like the guy that eats the really, really weird stuff.
Okay.
He just admitted to putting Skittles and pickles in his beer. Maybe
Skittles?
just the pickles.
Yeah, maybe. Drug test Alex immediately. Sir, are you under the influence? Do I say soda or pop? I say soda. Sometimes if I want to be like my mom, I say sody pop.
Sody pop.
Yeah. She says sody pop.
So a lot of my family is from the South, and I remember visiting Georgia many times and experiencing the, which Coke do you want? Because all the sodas are Coke.
Right.
You know, want that Sprite Coke? Yeah, that's the thing.
Is John still in the chat?
Yeah, John's lurking.
John, you little dirty lurker.
He's not here to be on the stream, so he's here to be on the stream.
There you go. Got some of that blue on his thigh. See if I can try to rub it off with the side of my bristles. That worked a bit. Okay. Keep going with the endless edge highlighting of belts and similar paraphernalia. There's like tips on these sheaths that are sheaths. That's what you put a sword into, right? A sheath?
Yeah.
Okay. They could very easily be metal, but I don't care. I'm just gonna phone it in. I am
put a little
done.
bit of that metallic edge highlight thing on there.
Yeah.
Like they're painted black and a little chipped. Boom, done.
Boom. Headshot.
Then you use that some ghastly contrast paint for all the hands and Ghostly Wisp. One big sloppy layer. Easy. MCP mini painted one stream.
If only. Little dot right in the middle.
So John, earlier Scott said he hadn't told you that we're not doing Friday streams anymore. So
Is he asking?
no, he's just lurking, and I'm just pointing it out. I don't know if he had heard that part.
No, he hasn't probably.
Well,
Yeah, we're moving it to Tuesdays just so that we can avoid losing the Friday stream to a vacation. And I haven't told you yet, John, and I feel bad. I'm sorry. Do I varnish my models? When I remember to, yeah. Well, the gaming ones, yeah, but normally no. Question. Non-metallic metal is in at the moment. Will metallic, non-metallic be the next thing? I'm curious. So I feel like I don't think NMM has ever been in or out. It has always stayed the same to me. I'm curious why you believe it is in at the moment. So you're fired. You can collect your last basket of candies next time you stop. I mean, we're still gonna eat lunch together. Miniac, on average, how long do you edge your models before you finish them? I'm not gonna.
the real reason he's moving the stream is because me and John don't get along.
Yeah,
And he doesn't want me coming in here on Fridays and getting into fights with John anymore.
they were literally like bare-chested wrestling.
I mean, yeah, exactly. I walked through the door and I just couldn't resist the urge to point at him, and I said, "You and me, let's go."
Let's go.
Time to throw down. We're sitting at 308 casual viewers in this main stream right now.
What? Dude? Are you kidding me, dude? That's amazing. Thank you guys for hanging out.
And I know we mentioned this at the beginning of the stream, but VODs are now going to be going on an actual dedicated YouTube channel for them. If you type in !VODs in the chat, a link will pop up to where you can subscribe if you want to catch the whole thing later. The gaming streams are going to be edited down a bit, so that way they're nice and tight.
Toit.
You don't have to sit through Curtis or Scott thinking through a turn for 25 minutes. Are you about to turn on that hairdryer?
I'm turning on the airbrush.
Oh, that's the airbrush. So it is.
So it is. Indeed.
Yeah, we want to get that subscriber number up so that we can, give that channel a nice custom link. Looks real good.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh. Yeah. All right.
So far this stream, we've gained 400 subs exactly on that channel.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
That's what I like to see. We went from 1 sub, which was me, by the way. First sub on the channel.
Hey.
To 401.
Let's go.
Fast growth.
Must be an air show this weekend. You see an old pair of flighters just fly over? No, we're in a dark room right now.
I could go move this desk underneath the skylight and spend the whole time staring straight up. But that seems ridiculous. Airbrush is also cheating, by the way.
What?
Players only.
Am I muted?
No, you're good.
Okay.
That's not nearly as loud and obnoxious as the hairdryer is. Most of the time.
Except when I get really close to the model.
Yeah. So why did you choose green for the hands as opposed to like ethereal blue or something along those lines?
Green is a subdued color that's currently in my palette on Blade. And so I was leaning toward it for adding an accent color like electric green. But this is not the only color I'm going to add to this base. I'm going to add more, and it's going to get crazier. And blue is definitely one that's up there. I want to get some of this green on his boots. That was a bit too much.
A little bit of that OSL kind of effect.
Kind of, yeah. This is a semi-opaque ink, so it can cover a little bit better than normal inks.
This is always like the scariest part of a paint job for me.
Is it?
Yeah, because if you go too far, you are now going over your previous work that you're already happy with.
Yeah.
So doing these, it's the same thing, you know, I say ruining a model with a wash, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's those end steps where it's like, if I screw this up, all the work I've done previously has to be at least partially redone.
Yeah. But I don't know. I think airbrushing is really easy to go slow with.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be too concerned.
That's fair. And these sort of things come with time, too.
Oh, yeah.
The more you use an airbrush, the more finesse you get at it. I know that the first time I picked up my airbrush, it was just like a fire hose of paint. And I went, what do you mean it's dual action?
No, the dual action does not exist.
Yeah, you really have to build up that muscle finesse of just pulling it back a little bit.
Yes.
I will say, so I own a few airbrushes at this point. I don't have as many as you, Scott, but it definitely seems that different brands have different sensitivity curves to that action. My Iwata is definitely a lot easier to manage progressiveness versus my, I got one of those Squidmar edition Harder and Stiedenbeck ones. Love that thing, but my God, it is a hose. Like, once you get past a little bit, it throws a lot of paint. Nice airbrush, though.
I'm going to do a little masking here. I want to shoot up into the underside of these hands, but I don't want to get that part on Blade. So I'll just mask it. I did a little ring around the base. I think we're zoomed in a bit too much, so I'll zoom out a smidge. How is it not going everywhere, Eparuza? Just a little bit of control. When I'm airbrushing, I'm gonna put Blade somewhere else. Like I'm look how much I'm pulling back. Like it's like that much.
Yep.
And if you notice you're not getting anything out in the model, then I would suggest taking off your. I just airbrush with this crown, this front part off most of the time. I just had it on because I just pulled it out from not using it for a while. But I'll just keep a toothbrush nearby, and if I notice that this kind of motion isn't doing anything, then I have buildup on the end of my needle. Even the smallest amount will make paint not come out. Grab a little toothbrush, brush it right off. Job's a good one. Move on. All right, let's do a little blue now.
If you want to know more about how to use an airbrush, you can click on this YouTube link to Scott's previous video on where to start with airbrushing.
It's a pretty good video.
It is. I think that of your guide type videos that I link to people who are learning how, that's probably one of the top ones that I send to people.
Oh yeah, thank you.
So,
okay, we need some blue now, but I want like a dark blue. I think Gulliman blue, that old glaze from GW, is exactly what the doctor is ordering right now. Okay, and then that and a base rim, and we'll be done. Right in time for the stream to end. Oh no, I didn't paint his hair. He's still got white hair.
we got plenty of time.
Yeah, we got time.
We started a little late. We're going to go a little past 4 today, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, got like 5 more hours.
All right. I think we're going to target the mid-tone with this green. We did the shadow with the purple. We did the green with the highlight a bit. And now I'll just add some interest. I might not do much of anything, really. Okay, it kind of is.
So when you're finally done with this Blade Mini, because this is the 5th stream with him, correct?
I don't know. That sounds right, maybe.
I think that's right. It's the 5th or 6th. What's the next thing that you're going to be painting on stream? Have you thought about it, or is it just going to be a game time decision?
I'm gonna paint a Dungeons and Doggies model.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Vince Venturalla's wife gave me one of those models to paint it. She wanted me to paint one. She wanted John to paint one, and Vince, of course, has already painted his because he's a fucking legend.
Vince is a machine, it seems like.
Oh my god, he is an absolute monster.
He took your advice. Paint more minis. Vince is like, cool. Sounds good.
He's like, yeah, I should be able to do that. All right. That's a cool looking base. Maybe we do like an oil wash on that or something. I don't know. Maybe no. I'll do a little recess shade with like a contrast paint or something, just to give a little bit more definition to those stones. And I'll paint the hair. All right. Let me wash this airbrush real quickly though, and I'll grab that contrast paint. Some black Templar contrast paint is what we're after. Maybe a dark green. Let's do a dark green. Have a dark green? Is there a dark green in the contrast line? Anyone know?
I think there is.
There's a purple. That would also work. Get that out. Militarum green. That's a little bit too desaturated.
I think that the darkest one is Dark Angel's green.
Oh, shit. You're right. That would be perfect.
Yeah.
I just got to find it. Orc flesh. That's not it. Creed camo. God damn it. How many fucking greens are there? Okay, there it is.
Green's a very popular color.
Apparently. Alrighty then. And then I needed this to clean. Airbrush. Okay. Miniac, you need to put samples on the lids of your paints. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I mean, I could see that they were green. I just couldn't see which green it was because the pots are translucent. But I've been doing that for Vallejo and AK Interactive. It's definitely a good idea.
I feel like it's a little tougher with the contrast paints, just because they are all kind of translucent. You put them on the top of that pot, and you get an idea, but it's not as good as when you do it with like a Vallejo bottle or whatever.
Yeah. Purple would be pretty. It would be pretty. I think purple would be totally legit, and I also think camo green would definitely work as well. That was pretty dark. What PSI is that at? We're sitting pretty at. Looks like 30 PSI.
That sounds about right.
A little bit high, but you can get the job done.
I mean, all that stuff is going to also vary based off of your specific situation.
Yeah, and also I could definitely do what I just did at like 20 PSI, and it'd probably be very similar.
Yeah. One thing that often gets overlooked is that your PSI in your airbrush tank is also a matter of differential PSI. If you live in like Denver, you're at 8,000 feet above sea level or whatever, the effect of 30 PSI in a compressor tank is going to be different because your atmospheric pressure is different. And so the difference in pressure between the tank and atmospheric is going to be slightly different.
I wonder how much. I wonder what you'd have to modify to account for that.
Probably not a ton, but
Like
it's one of those
5
things.
PSI or something like that, or no?
Oh no, probably like 1 or 2. But if you're trying to push the edges, where you're trying to get that effect or whatever, like a speckling effect, it can make a difference. I know that's not in your 101 airbrush guide, but certainly experiment with whatever PSI, because every airbrush is a little different as far as what it likes. And also your pressure gauge might be slightly different than someone else's, because these are not super finely calibrated devices. True. Experiment. See what works for you.
Pop back to the painting cam.
Oh, yeah. When you're painting, I should be on the painting cam?
Generally speaking, yes.
Oh, okay.
I just added some recess shade right there and right there. It's not necessary, but you could totally just stop on the airbrushing step. But I think this is nice just to give it a little bit more of a pop. Makes it look a little bit less like I just airbrushed it and called it good. Which is basically what I'm doing.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could dry brush a little bit of a stone color onto them too.
That also would be a terrible idea.
Peacemaker, you're not wrong. Your local dew point / moisture level in your air is going to make a difference in how your airbrush performs too, because all these things affect compressors. Which contrast paint did you end up grabbing? Was that Dark Angels green?
Mm-hmm. I shouldn't recess shade the smoke. That makes no fucking sense. Smoke would not have a tiny drop shadow on it.
It's magic smoke though. You never know.
I guess smoke, I mean, it is made up of particles to a degree.
Depends on the smoke, right?
I don't know.
I mean, if we're talking about real smoke, you're absolutely correct. But I don't know how magic smoke works.
So the question is, does it cast a shadow or not?
The smoke?
Yeah.
Cast shadows? Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
It does?
Yeah.
I suppose so. It's like a cloud. Well, that's water vapor. That's different. Hey, we got a cutting mat purchased by a viewer. Okay, whoever's buying this stuff, can you tell me, is there a spot to put in a message and also your name? Because we're not seeing any names. In clouds. Yeah, there we go. Smoke can have a shadow, but that smoke is glowing, so maybe not. Good point, Exigent. Probably not. It totally does? Okay. You're totally right because, yeah, when you see like a candle burning in shadow, you can see the, yeah, I'm an idiot. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Oh, turn that off. Okay, paint his hair.
Smoke also has different thicknesses.
Thick.
A slight haze in the air. I mean, it's blocking light, but it's really scattering it more than anything.
Science.
Yeah. Wow. Science rules. Up to 434 subs on the backlog channel.
Woo!
I'm going to go ahead and just do this. If you want to watch VODs of the streams that we do here, painting and gaming, get subscribed to that YouTube channel that I just threw in the chat. It's also linked in today's video about the tour of the new studio.
Whoop.
It's good stuff.
It is good stuff. Happy to be done.
Honk if you're gaming.
I should probably put a little bit of edge highlight on his black glasses as well while I'm doing the hair. Just use the same color, no big deal. We'll also clean up a little bit of skin tone end up on his goggle glasses. Anyone respond about any edge highlights on the base? Nah, we'll just keep it at that.
Dry brushing.
Dry brushing is the enemy.
The enemy of what?
Me.
Oh. Whoa.
Oh, whoa. Where there? Whoa there. What are you doing?
He's not working.
Nice.
That's the answer.
Nice mouse rat shirt. Oh, you want to see Blade?
Oh, you did colors.
Yeah, I just painted it right now. Gotta do more work though. All right. Yeah, I mean, if we're gonna keep going for a little bit longer, I can definitely do a little bit of edge highlighting on the hands and stuff. Wanted to swing by and say thanks for the web palette video. I was super frustrated with mine. I was about to give up on it. Your video showed me the path. Many thanks. You're welcome, Go Sucked. Love that name.
Yeah, I think we're going to be live for another 25 minutes or so.
Something like that.
Yeah. So you got time to really dial this baby in.
Embellish.
Mm-hmm.
I make sure I don't do too much highlight, but I also want a decent amount of contrast on his hair. So we'll start by going maybe a little bit overboard with the hair. I'm looking at him from this angle. I feel like maybe it's too much. Well, when the paint dries, it dims a bit. Bring some black back in. I'll put it down, clean my brush, and then kind of feather it into the front of the head. All right, cool. A little bit more back and forth. Add some more. Maybe add a little bit of texture because it is hair after all. Instead of like feathering in a traditional way where you like pull the pigment with like a brush stroke, you can also just like dot it to kind of like blur that line while the paint is still wet. Looking for that money angle, which to me is like right there, which is why I'm kind of like focusing on the highlights right there on that side of his head. All right. Maybe let's bring back a little bit more black. Working that recess shade right along his hairline just to kind of crisp that up a bit. This is kind of a scary thing to paint, so I'm gonna push the brush on my thumb here to flatten it out to give me a razor sharp edge right there. Make sure I stabilize really well by getting hands on the mini or fingers. Oh, I feel a little shaky. Wing. Nice and crispy hairline. Add a little bit more highlight. I think you kind of lose it when it dries a bit. White is tricky like that. I guess all colors kind of fade as they dry. All right, we're gonna grab some of this Rhinox hide that I have out and mix some of this yellow into it to make a highlight. I think I went a little too aggressive with my recess shade here. So we'll kind of just fix up that area of the forehead closest to the hairline. This is what painting, This is what painting often looks like for me. It's just a lot of back and forth. Put a recess shade down, I fuck up a highlight, I fix the highlight, I fuck up the recess shade, or redo the recess shade, and then eventually at some point in that process, I get it right. But it does require some back and forth.
So having a little conversation in the chat here with SCSI1, who recently moved to the Twin Cities and is looking for advice for finding local gaming buddies. I threw out some suggestions locally, but in a more broad way, I think that my advice, and maybe you don't agree with this, Scott, is basically to walk into your local game shop, yell at the top of your lungs that you were looking for gaming partners, or be a little bit more rational and go in and quite honestly just say, in the open play area, I'd really like to play some games. Is there a gaming group? Are there nights where things happen? And just join in.
Yes. oftentimes game stores have calendars,
Mm-hmm.
and they will they'll have specific days for games that maybe you want to play, showing up on those days with an army or a force. Fantastic idea. A lot of times stores, and this is true of the local Twin City area as well, they'll have Facebook groups or Discord groups where you can meet people. I know there's a Song of Ice and Fire Facebook group, there's an Affinity Facebook group, there's a 40K one. There's also just a generic Facebook group for miniature war games called Frozen North.
I think that's right.
Yeah, so check that one out.
I know the one for Song is Kings of Winter locally.
Yes.
Kings of Winter, Minnesota, something like that. We're blessed in the Twin Cities. We have a ton of great game stores here, kind of spread all throughout the metro. Obviously, the Source is one of the big ones. Also, we've got the Game Center is a great place to play. Really big gaming space there. Lodestone Coffee and Games on the west side. There's Dreamers Vault. There's Phoenix Games. There's a bunch of places, and all these places have some amount of like structured game nights. And my suggestion too is like, if you're really into, I don't know, playing a specific type of board game and stuff, but you don't have any friends locally because you just moved here, and nothing wrong with that. Join in on one of those other set game nights. Like come out to the Source and play Song. Do that a few times and then ask people there, whoever you like in those kinds of groups. You go, you seem cool. Would you like to play the Bloodborne board game sometime? And they'll be like, no, that game's for nerds, and shut you down. And then you'll be really sad. Or they'll say, yeah, that sounds great. Let's get together and do that on another day that's not Song night, as they table you.
With a stone thrower.
With a stone throw. Yeah, it'll be me. So yeah, I mean, ultimately speaking, the advice is a bit universal as long as you have a couple of local game stores. I know that not everyone's as lucky as us, but most places will have an events calendar or something like that. And most wargamers also like some amount of board games, and most board gamers could be converted into wargamers if they only knew how good Song of Ice and Fire was.
All it takes.
That's all it takes.
I do get a little confused sometimes when miniature miniature war gamers aren't interested in board games. It's kind of like to me they absolutely go hand in hand.
I think the recent move towards complicated legacy games seem like they're oriented around bridging the gap between the two.
Yeah,
because there's some amount of like that personalization and customization of the game that you get out of war games you don't get with like traditional board games.
Yeah, you're right. Those dungeon crawling games, you get gear, you level up.
Exactly. You're kind of bringing all the different sort of tabletop hobbies together into one amalgamated product, which seems cool to me. But I got to be real. I haven't played any of those legacy games, even though I'm interested in it. It's just there's only so much time, and I got to throw stones.
You don't have to.
I have to.
Okay.
It is my crusade. I have chosen this, or maybe it has chosen me. The stones must be thrown, and it has fallen to me.
Mm-hmm.
See you later, Toilet Toads. Thanks for checking in.
See you, Toilet Toads. I just put some highlights on here by mixing that green ink with some off-white yellow. And now I'm coming back in with that green ink and kind of applying it over it. Brings back some saturation while keeping around some of that bright highlight in the areas that I added it. All right.
I will also say that Minnesotans can be difficult to make like good friends with. However, board gamers and war gamers, it seems like it's easier than the general population. Because you're able to break through that like, oh yeah, I'll totally show up for your party, man thing when you actually have like something you're doing, like playing a game or whatever.
This is a concept that I'm unfamiliar with. Minnesotans being frosty. Is that true?
I think so. I mean, of all of my friends, I think like one of them is from here that I've made in adulthood. I mean,
Okay.
the vast majority of people that I've made friends with are expats from other states. I mean, like, you're from Wisconsin. You're not Minnesotan.
That doesn't matter.
Still counts.
Okay.
I kick ass for the Lord.
Also, we're getting rated.
Hey, Lumix Beast, 75.
Subscriber. Yep.
Thank you for the raid. 71 people. Oh wait, hold on. I'm an idiot. No, Sam is rating. That was a sub.
Yeah, you got crossed up because we got a sub at the same time. Yep.
did.
Samson Arts rating with the party at
Sam.
71.
Woo! Sam Lenz. Thank you, Sam. Hope you had a great stream. If you guys don't know who Sam Lenz is, what corner of the internet are you hiding under a rock, bro? Sam Lenz is a fantastic mini painter. He's got a YouTube channel. He's got a Patreon. Check him out. He is one of the greats, one of the great American painters. Really carrying.
Yeah, he paints minis to make us all feel bad about our painting.
Yeah, he's carrying us. Check him out. He's fantastic. Hope you had a great stream, Sam. Also, Lumix B75, thank you for the Prime sub. It seems like you subbed twice. I appreciate it. Aroo! Great stream. Looking good, buddy. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I think we're about just done here. Let me zoom out a bit. More in focus shot of this guy. Yeah, he's done. Whatever.
I know he's not done because you haven't done one very important.
Oh yeah, I'm doing it right now. Doing it right now. The only problem with this mini handle, well, is one, you can't put a display model on it. Two, can't paint the base rim.
That's right.
This base rim, a little bit more complicated to paint. That's all right. We'll make it happen.
Here's an interesting thing about Marvel Crisis Protocol I learned putting them together.
Yeah.
They give you a lot of extra of these bases.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Yeah, each box will include at least 4 bases. If they have multiple sizes in the same box, they'll include 4 of these regular size bases, and then they'll also include like 2 or 3 of the big ones. You know, like so the Magneto and Toad box includes some big ones for Magneto, and then includes a bunch for Toad and Magneto's little pieces of metal.
Okay. Wait, so they all have a purpose? They're not extras?
Well, they're extras because even when you buy like a box that has like the Sabretooth and Wolverine box has 4 bases in it, even though there's only 2 guys.
Okay.
And the Magneto and Toad one still ends up with it's like an extra big one and an extra small one because they just give you the whole sprue of the 4 different small bases every time.
Yeah, it's not worth
it.
Choose. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's not worth it to them to break them up at the factory, and it's a volume thing, and that's fine. But so I have like 11 assembled MCP minis, and I have like 30 extra bases now, which isn't bad, but it's just kind of one of those weird quirks of the game. So yeah, it is extremely based, Warsmith. You are correct.
Nice. Paint up a base with the Vanisher. It's quite fun. Is that another character, or is this a joke? Like it's not a model. It's just like a
yeah. You paint a base, and then that's the Vanisher. It's the Invisible Man.
Nice. Translucent Man.
Mm-hmm. It's based.
I kick ass for the Lord.
I just recently discovered what the term based means because I have a friend who has like a 12-year-old son. And he like says this shit to me all the time. I'm just like, what are you talking about, Skylar? He's like, apparently like A&W mug is also the drink of the Sigma male, and Sigma is a different term to use now. Not Sugma, it's not that, it's something else.
No, Sigma is like beyond alpha.
Yeah, it's like you're so good and you don't care about it.
Yeah, the Sigma meme is like the 3D rendered guy with the like he's like super Giga Chad guy. Yeah, exactly that thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, A&W root beer. Yeah, it seems pretty Sigma. Also, SCSI 1 just subscribed with Prime. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
A little bit of love for the channel, a little bit of love for locals. And if you want to catch the whole VOD of this, you tuned in late. We're just about at the end of the stream here. I just threw up the link again in the chat to the YouTube page for the VODs, which is Miniac's Backlog. Go ahead and get subscribed there. And yeah, this stream will be up there before too long. You can catch the first part. See the whole process of finishing off Blade. who is done now, it looks like.
Woo!
Only
Blade.
9 more MCP minis to get painted before we can play, Scott.
The thing is, I don't know what models to paint because like I kind of don't like superheroes, and I really like anti-heroes a lot. They're like a lot of fun, but like I don't know, I'm not super into every single anti-hero like Deadpool, whatever. He's fine. I don't know, so I don't know what my army to be. I don't know what it should be. I see MCP, yeah, my follow. Heck yeah, dude. Spider-Man, nah, not Spider-Man. Blade, I would love to paint Morbius. Okay, yeah, definitely Ghost Rider. Venom is a fantastic idea. I don't really care about like picking a great list. I want everyone to not be lame. No damn Morbin jokes.
We should just make Morbin a banned word from the chat. It's a profanity filter. It's the only thing.
Yeah.
There are bottles on the MCP base sprues. I feel like I may have made an error.
Someone said Midnight Suns. Yeah, that would definitely be like up my alley. But I think we don't have all the characters from the Midnight Suns, right? At least at the moment.
I don't know. I mean, they're adding stuff all the time too.
Yeah,
I've got the Brotherhood of definitely not evil mutants, and that's my thing. Mostly because the '90s X-Men cartoon is dope. Even if it's not that good, it's dope. So there's a lot of cool stuff out there. I know Dan has Moon Knight. Moon Knight's pretty cool. So
okay. You know what? You guys are giving me hope. I'm seeing a lot of names here that I would absolutely be okay putting in. Ghost Rider is fantastic. I would absolutely do him. Morbius, if he exists, absolutely would do him. I know nothing about Moon Knight. I would do Venom. I don't know anything about Black Cat.
Venom's pretty sweet. Venom almost made my list as just he's not an evil X-Man, but Venom's cool.
Yeah. He is cool. I have paint all over my lips. Good job, me. I also got black on his blade, right in the middle of a shadow. So it could be worse. Let's try to wipe it off. I don't know why I'm doing this. Yeah, there we go. Comes right off. All the paint that's on there is cured and very hard. That black paint just got on there for the first time. It's very easy to take off. Okay. Cool. What time is it?
It is just after 4. We're like right on time. We've been streaming for 3 hours.
Oh, perfect.
So we're just right about there.
All right, cool. Well, thank you guys for hanging out for the 3 hours of the stream and watching me finish up Blade. I'm happy for him to be done. We're moving this stream from Fridays to Tuesdays.
Same time slot.
Same time slot, 1 to 4 p.m. CST, which is how it is now if you're not familiar with that time zone. You can type ! Schedule?
Yep.
In the chat to see the schedule. And we're also going to add it to Twitch just so you can see that and it make more sense that way as well.
And if you can't catch them for whatever reason, subscribe to the YouTube page. You can catch VODs there.
Absolutely. The backlog channel will have them. I put out a new video today, touring the new office. Go check that out in the meantime. But yeah, guys, thank you so much. We had a ton of subs this stream, a couple donations as well, and also people buying merch during the stream to show off that new notification we added. That's amazing. Thank you guys so much for doing all those things and supporting the channel in those ways. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. But have a fantastic weekend. Thanks for tuning in this time, and I will see you next Tuesday. We are going to do a stream next Tuesday. So I will see you in a couple days. All right, guys. Peace.